Well, day number 6, last day of coverage here at NDA Team Dart for us at USA Darts. I hope you all are ready for the action here. We've got our Level 1 team finals coming at you for Team Cricket. William Stewart, Mr. Nick DeShera joining me, and I should never call you Mr. I should just call you the young man.
At least you didn't say sister.
Yeah. Oh, here we go, folks. Here we go.
Excited for another fun day, right? I mean, the last fun day, you can see the hall's already getting partially shut down there. You see the big wall in the background, so we're now like half the size we were, and it's fun to see how these last couple storylines will wrap up here for us.
Yeah, we mentioned it yesterday that we would be cut in half here on our last day of coverage. That's usually the case, so they can work on stuff on the other side, get boards taken down and whatnot, and tear down for us will be later on this evening. So we will be, unfortunately, we won't be giving you much of that mixed doubles coverage, if any at all. We'll be focused on the teams event, and then we'll be trying to wrap up, which we got pretty much good 3 hours or so of tear down, I would imagine.
Yeah, at least. So, but it's going to be fun to see how these guys play it out here. I do like that we're going to be covering, since the Masters is already done, we're going to be covering the other levels here, level 1 to start off with here, because you're going to get a different range of players.
And we don't know exactly, what will kind of cue in. We could get some other levels, we may not. It just kind of depends on where they're at in the bracket when we get there, but
you'll still have a good, nice variation on these teams. You're going to see players have a big range of averages. At level 1, they can only have one player above a 3/8. So that is kind of the ruling for there. So you're going to get a different range of people here.
Yes.
You're going to see that there can be females and males together on the team. You're going to see cool team dynamics. I'm excited. I really am.
Yeah, we got the high haters taking on sofa cushions, and no, I did not misspell cushions. They spelled it like that in their CompuSport, so I figured I'd keep it the same.
Yeah, that's how they spell it in Kansas. So
yeah. But,
Yeah, so the sofa cushions there from Wisconsin, and then on the other side there, High Haters, I believe, is from Nevada.
Yeah, they're from a local area, but this is a 9th through 12th matchup. So early on in our team stages, as we should have coverage for you till around 5, 6 o'clock, I imagine, is when we should wrap up.
Yes, somewhere right in that range.
As it finally catches up to Nick here on day 6. Big shots there. Look at that. Good 8 mark.
Yeah, phenomenal shot there indeed, and really putting some pressure on this team on the A-score line here to really get this done by pounding out the Bulls. Oh, not going to happen here. So a little bit of an opening. Still needs 6 bowls, though, so it's going to be a hard-to-hit shot. I believe this is either Shannon or Bailey Miller from this team. So for the Sofa Cushions team, Bailey Miller, Jeff Praff, Joe Sobek, Ryan Sofa, and Shannon Miller. And then on the High Hater side of the affair, Dwayne Sanchez, Gary Ramirez, Luke Hathaway, and Travis Robinson there.
And we've seen this Haters team numerous years now. Always our frequent flyers of NDA Team Dart. So they pull off the 1-0 win here. And just for you folks at home that do not know, they are playing on 2 different boards. So they're on F1 and F2. They'll play two legs and 2 legs on each. And if they both end up, it's square, so 2-2, then they'll play that last leg decider all on one board. So it's a little bit different from yesterday's coverage where the team event played throughout on one board. They've created the quicker turn and burn mentality with the dual boards.
Yeah, exactly. Trying to make some adaptations here to always try to best appease the players and the viewers alike, trying to make sure that matches flow better and everything else. So interesting to try it out. I think of it similar to how our international coverage started, kind of.
And also the thing about it is you will see maybe where a leg doesn't finish up because well, the other team won, and now it's 4 or 3-0, and it's over. So that
Exactly.
may be the case. I'm going to check on that other board, see if they won or whatnot, and then we can get a proper score line here.
There we go. So we're going to look into that one real quick. But we do appreciate each and every one of you that's been tuning in all week long here. It's been a lot of coverage. It's been a lot of hours put in the booth here. As you can hear from the quality of my voice going down from barely okay to not at all. So do appreciate each and every one of you hanging out with us. I know some of you guys have been in the chat just as long as we've been streaming every day. So you guys are the real ones, and we do absolutely greatly appreciate that. So thank you all for giving us your love and support as always.
And we're tied up 1-1 as the sofa cushions won on that other board. So we'll change our score line to 1-1 here.
Yeah, it will be a little trickier to keep track of both board score lines at the same time because, again, they are playing just a best of 5 at the end of the day.
Yeah, and makes it a little difficult. I actually relayed that message to the Hatters out there, and they were like, oh, yeah, we know.
So they're just going to double check the ordering is correct here, and everything is good to go, and also probably confirming the scoring. It is actually extremely hard to get to the final day of the any of the team events, but especially the non-masters, you ask me, because that's a 2-stage round robin that you have to fight through to get to this point.
Yeah.
And that's not easy to do. Pod play is some of the toughest you can get, because if you're having a bad day and you take your lumps from a couple of different people, it is over.
That is the truth here. So taking just a second to get underway again.
And it looks like, hi, haters. I was about to get things going here. Oh, hugging around that wire, does find it in on the corner side of it.
Does look on board F3 and F4 was City Men taking on Ton 80 Darts. We do have access to board F3, but we won't have access to board F4. But that's a Montana-Ohio matchup there.
Very nice. Here we go. Let's see if haters can take advantage of this soft opening from the sofa cushions. Oh, he kind of just floated that last one. He really just wanted to place it in there, and you can tell didn't throw it the same follow-through they typically did on those first 2 darts. So the Sofa King himself will try to take advantage of this.
Big shot.
And Ryan's one of those players, Ryan Sofa, that just threw there. One of those players that we've been watching for a while now, and he'll say he's had a strugglesome period recently in darts and was trying to get out of it and kind of shake it off, and he seems to be on the other side of it now as of late, having a couple big wins under his belt in the last few months.
And look at that. Big 6 mark. Puts him up 200 to 114 here. This is Shannon, if I'm not mistaken.
I believe that is Shannon. Of course, if you guys do know anything about these players and want to give us some inside scoops, we always appreciate extra information. So whatever you guys know, let us know. Because God knows, sometimes I don't know. There we go. Looks like Kristen says, yes, Shannon. So that seems like a good sign.
Well, the haters
Gonna hate.
gonna be behind here as Shannon looks to up the ante on the points. Ooh, okay, double. That'll work.
Yeah, it looks like, honestly, with all three darts kind of being in the same region there, I think the first one kind of fell low, and she's like, you know what, I'm just going to stay in that section of it. And you know what they say, 2 is worth more than 1. Yeah, guys, my commentary's at the bottom of the barrel right now. Skywalker here.
I think we're both on that boat there, bud.
Actually, I think we started on that boat. I don't know. I think that's just how
we never left it.
Yeah, exactly.
Sofa needs the 18s here. At least that's what he's hoping for. May look down. Yep.
If you're wondering what kind of sofa Ryan Sofa is, he's a lazy boy. Yeah, I didn't think that one was funny either.
No.
Not even close.
It was just okay.
That's better than normal, honestly. Oh, not going to be able to collect more than just a single there, so another opening. Shannon, let's see what she has in store for us here. Gets those 18s closed with a double. On to the 17s here. Oh, back over to 19s to play some supporting role here. And I like that because every leg matters so much, especially when you're playing a team format, especially when you're playing on 2 different boards. You're like, all right, well, I better get my side done so that way I can take the pressure off the other guys. Oh.
Oh. Oh.
Sorry, guys. I just learned a lot.
Yeah, we're trying to relay a couple messages, and every once in a while you got to turn down the mic to do so.
Exactly.
Oh, alrighty. Haters, they need to capitalize on these 17s.
Does find the last start there, which does help the cause, but you have to imagine
Yes.
it doesn't really do exactly what you set out to do.
Still down, yep, still down.
So Shannon here just needs to get 2 17s. If you're boiling down this turn, that's all you care about. She does get that, so now anything she has is extra. She's going to the 19s, grabs a couple extra points. Nice, steady, and conservative play. So what does Skywalker have for us? Trying to grab the 15s. You can tell he kind of floated that dart. He's releasing a little bit early. If you look at his actual hand, the dart's kind of leaving before the follow-through actually continues, and then the follow-through kind of stops once he realizes there's no more dart in the hand. It's one of those habits that you can kind of develop. I remember seeing Skywalker a few years ago, and his throw used to have a little bit firmer of a follow-through, and when you release your dart that early into your throw, you can add a lot of room for inconsistency and basically trying to float it into place.
Sofa with a 7.
Yeah, this looks like it's going to be going in Sofa Cushion's favor here. As this one's pretty much down to the wire.
And right now on the other board, just so you all know, the sofa cushions are currently down on that side. So
this might be going all the way.
Definitely looking like it.
And no dice there for Shannon. But no harm, no foul. It does give Skywalker one last real opportunity for this leg to try to pound in a bunch of bulls. With the 2 they already have on it, he's going to be looking for at least 4 to feel pretty good about the visit. And just grabbing 1 there. So Ryan Sofa not going to sleep on this. There's just so many puns you can do with the name Sofa. It's like infinite puns.
Leave it to you for Pun City. One and done. There you go. 2-1 lead for sofa cushions currently. We'll mark that down. We'll make the transition here over to this side, but I believe it's almost too little too late for this one, but we'll do it anyway.
Yeah, we might as well get at least a little sneak preview of the other side of the affair for the team. But yeah, you're absolutely right. High Haters going to make this 2-2 here. We're going to be going to a last leg decider with the full team.
That we will, especially with the 558, 343 score line.
Yes, scoring up. And even misses good.
Yeah.
But what's important here for the Sofa Cushions team is to kind of just remember, hey, you know what? This leg isn't ours, but the fact that we're 2-2, take these last couple of darts here to get yourself settled in for the final leg.
And it's a different beast, that final leg.
Absolutely
because
is.
everyone's playing, not just two.
Which means you have to make each one of your turns count the most, while throwing the least.
Yep.
And you can see High Haters having a little struggle crossing the finish line. It's pretty inconsequential, all things considered here. Even if 6 bowls were hit, it'd still be coming to the board state behind.
One more. Tied up.
Bing bong.
Oh, my. Day 6.
It's day 6.
Day 6.
Day 6.
Fumes and low fumes at that.
Yeah, and there's been some fumes.
All right, we're going to decide where we want to play here, whether it be F1 or F2, and then we'll get situated. This is a square matchup between High Haters and Sofa Cushions.
Yeah, you can see they're going to have the discussion here, like you said, figuring out which board. They do get the option of either one since their match is technically assigned to both. And again, all 4 players. You can see the coin flip there from Skywalker. He got it all on our taped line. How dare he?
And it looks like we're going to go to board 1.
It looks like Sofa, the show first. Does get in the bull ball on the outside wire. He's not happy with that spot. Oh, bounce out there. What do we got for us left out? Oh, and unfortunately going outside there. You can see points to Ryan, said that one for you. Here we go. Last leg decider. Who do you got in this one? High Haters or Sofa Cushions?
Let us know. How about last night? Mixed triples covers. That was some good action that we had there.
Yeah, it was a pretty intense ending to all things considered as well, with how that last match was going there in that finals with Star City versus another German team once again, the Galtovic-led team.
Sofa finds the triple with the second. Finds the triple with the third. Great opener for him. He is definitely the leading man here on the Sofa Cushions team. We've seen him in some good events the past couple years, so definitely a top-level talent when he puts it all together.
Exactly, and that's always the hard part, is the putting it together thing.
Yep.
It's always that little asterisk at the end of having a good, talented game. But a good answer there from High Haters, finding 5 on the 19s. Oh, going right on the attack here. He's looking up now. No, he isn't. He has very deceiving eyes. He's
These eyes.
does get the close, though. So going right at it there. Playing some aggressive style. Let's see what High Haters can do in response. They're going to have to try to get their own ground. Going at the 17s here. Needs to get it close. Does get a close there, so that's a good answer. 45-point difference here. And just remember, when you're looking level 1, your average player on the team is going to be somewhere in that 3-5-ish range. So you're going to try to use your marks as efficiently as possible. And you're going to see some more conservative points, shots, and maybe some closes when you shouldn't, depending on how they are feeling. So far, pretty smart darts. Skywalker really wants to attack with this one. Did play against him back in 2018 at an event in Vegas, and let me tell you, when he is on his game, he is brutal on the dartboard. He was so mean to me. He was hitting everything. I took it personally.
And I swear, I gotta remind everybody, I do know how to spell cushions. This is how they spelled it on Combi Sports. We just said, all right, we'll keep it that same way.
Guys, he's lying. He's lying. Don't tell him. He's lying. Don't do that to me.
No. And we'll actually put those brackets up on here for you. We'll give you that link. Pretty easy to find anything you may need, whatever level you're trying to find. Go ahead and
Followed along on there.
yeah, hit this little link here that we just dropped in the chat.
That little guy.
And you'll be able to take you right to CompuSport.
Yeah, and of course, if you haven't used CompuSport before, or you're trying to look up for other events or these events in the future here, maybe you don't have the link on hand, all you got to do is go to CompuSport.us, go to the tournament section. Once you're on there, type in Team Dart 2024, and once you're there, you can find all the brackets for all the different events, even events that are already concluded. Find your favorite players by searching their name there and hit that notification bell if you want to get notified every time they get called to a board. God, I'm getting pretty good at that one. Not gonna lie, I'm giving Sean Green a run for his money on these ad reads. Yeah, you can see some pretty aggressive plays right now on these third dart attempts to go for some shots. It's keeping things a little too close for comfort. When you're playing that team format and you have a lot of darts in between, I sometimes would just rather people scoring it up a little bit more, just because it's so nervy when you get to a last leg decider. And it's so nervy when you know that there's so many darts in between your throw. On a 45-point separation here. Let's see the approach here for cushions. Of the sofa kind. Does get the point lead back. A good stay. Sorry.
Almost neck and neck here.
Yeah, it really is. And going down the 17s, you can see he's still kind of floating that dart a little bit. When he does release, you see that one was released a little bit later, and that was right on the wire. That first one, he just floated into place, and that last one, he did the same thing. He's kind of releasing early. It's one of those things where it's like when you start doing it, you wish you could stop, and you're fighting against yourself a little bit.
Looks like Sydney men did win, and they are taking on Los Polos in the 7th, 8th place match. Last minute one on their side. That's an Ohio team of Brandon Kessler, Damian Lofton, Kenny Tang, and Kevin Dole. They played phenomenal.
In their pod.
And they're on the loser side. The winner of this match will play them. Over on the winner's side, we've got Lancer ND. What is that, North Dakota team?
Yep, absolutely.
We've got a...
looks like a Spanish team here.
Yeah, it does look like a Spanish team in level 1. On that top half, 3 bulls and a heifer.
Some Florida people there. and the Bo Daddy Smoke Show from Ohio.
That's who's left in this event.
Hats off to the people that make these team names because sometimes they really get us going. And sometimes we're like, what are you thinking when you made that team name? What do you mean your name isn't Cobro? It should be Cobro. Let's see what happens here.
Let's see a little bit of pressure involved in these matches. There's no doubt about that.
Yeah, it's going to be super nervy, right? I mean, you're not playing for yourself when you're playing a team event like this, especially at this point in the week. You're playing for your teammates. You're trying to impress them. You're trying to make them get the dub, and you want to do your part to do it. So it's a lot of stuff to put on your back. And finding the right team dynamic. I mean, that's the biggest struggle of it all. Let's see here. It's still back and forth, back and forth. It's about the first big hit. The next big hit can really change just about everything for everyone. And point lead is not regained here, so definitely an opening for the Sofa Cushions. But are they going to be keen to take it? I really don't want them to take the swing at the 18 until they hit at least a trip on the points. Does find the trip on the points. Does take the swing.
Yeah, he tries to take a shot there and
kind of rushed after the first
yeah,
start.
he rushed for sure. Does find the triple with the last dart. Almost leans into it.
Oh, tough spot to be in. Needs to get at least a single. And doesn't do so. And so now opportunity handed back the other direction. Let's see what happens here.
And I would attack those points here as much as you can. And then he takes a shot with the last. Can't blame him for doing so. I mean, eventually you got to try to get rid of that number.
Yeah, I don't have a problem when you're going against the 20s, trying to get that close when you have a smaller point lead. But vice versa, if you have them, I want you to be scoring up on them until they can never touch them without being significantly behind. Tough first start there. Yeah, Ryan knows that he's looking for the move, I think. Yeah, he went down to the 15s there to play off their mark because he didn't like where that dart was. High haters can really make this turn hurt. But see, I really feel like that first dart should probably be spent at the 18s there, and that it was looking right at the 20s.
And then go over. I mean, and they're just, this is very difficult.
You're always keeping it within arm's reach. Doesn't matter who you're playing against. If you just assume that the person coming after you is going to hit a 9 mark, then you should be good to go.
Yep.
And you should just be like, okay, well, let's go ahead and load it up as much as I can, so that way they can't. That's a good stay there.
Yeah, I mean, go ahead and stay there and try to gain a little bit of a lead. And 16 points just isn't going to be enough.
Especially going against 2 houses down.
Yeah, 2 houses is the key there.
You can see the big, deep breath here, trying to recompose. Great first start. And see, He didn't collect on those last two, but the difference is he didn't rush those last two darts like he did on his previous go. And I think that was overall a better attempt. But that first dart, he's 2 for 2 on the last 2 attempts. Kevin Schmidt saying, let's go Ryan Sofa and Bailey Miller. Kevin, I will tell you, someone came up to me here. This is a true story. Someone came up to me, and they're like, you know who I got to meet the other day? A different tournament. I was like, who? And they're like, Kevin Schmitz, and he's actually so nice. And I was so excited. I was like, yeah, it's Kevin. Did you expect it to be anything else?
Rocky, most likely not. We will take that time to tear down and get ready for flights in the morning. So it was unfortunate, but that's kind of the nature of the biz when you're streaming for a week long. Eventually, you got to tear down at some point. So,
and if you guys didn't get enough of the action, well, there might be a video of someone beating up on someone on the dartboard coming out here soon.
Yeah, we've got some extra content we've created for the week that we'll be releasing at a later date, as well as other matches from some other tournaments that we still need to put out. So
yeah, exactly. Just follow along on Facebook there or YouTube, USA Darts, and you'll be able to see these matches get clipped out, some other ones. So if you want to see more action, click there. And, of course, if you want to find out the next event we're going to be at, usadarts.live, click that over there, and you'll be able to see our upcoming events. And if you want your event streamed, you can actually put a form in there.
That's a big time to throw in that. As 615 plays 584 now, and the high haters are unfortunately going to try to have to come back here because they're eyeing a loss, really.
Yeah, absolutely. The one thing is with the team event, with this being level 1 compared to like a master's level thing, is that sometimes that finish line is a lot harder to cross than normal. And that's where you can really see games won or lost. Sometimes you can be like, wow, the last 20 rounds really just came down to these 2 shots. But sometimes it's just the way it boils up. Over 500 of you guys tuning in. Thank you all for watching along with us. 35 points down here. I do like starting the bull here. I do think if you, depending on your confidence level, if you, in that scenario, starting at the bull, if you end up hitting a double bull on the first start, you start going for those attack on the closes, and otherwise, you just stay on it. And that was a good stay on there. Even though he wasn't able to collect, do like the shot. A single 20 does add a bull here. You can see he stayed on it. I think with that last start, after grabbing the 1 bull, you grab another single 20 just in case. And that's just because you don't want to leave any chance at all to lose it at this point in the game. This game should be done and dusted for Sofa Cushion, so you got to be careful about leaving the door open a little bit.
All right, 2 bulls needed for Sofa Cushions. Shannon to try to get the job done.
Gonna work her way in. No out shot available for the opponent, so she can stay on the attack.
There's one.
They're pointing.
They're pointing.
They want it. Oh, she thought she had it, but that's not a bull, so it's a good miss. They're all having a laugh.
You can see the support there.
Yeah, absolutely. I love the support from all the different players for these team events. You can hear them cheering all week long. It's so cool to see it.
And look at the smile. Look at the smile there. Even though they're kind of somewhat out of this, there's still that smile. Sofa for the win. And this is actually Ryan Sofa, so.
Yeah.
There it is.
Gets it there. And he gives a little fist bump there. He's happy about that one. And good stuff there. Oh, look at that. Some love from both sides.
That was fantastic. That was a big, big hug there.
That absolutely was.
It was good seeing the haters on here. You know, they always seem to make the stream at least once at NDA Team Dart, and they did it here again.
And having a local team's always nice, right?
It is. It is. They somewhat have the advantage, I always say, especially like Brandon Perez when he just seems to come in here and just dominate things every once in a while. But all right, folks, don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with more action from NDA Team Dart and your team finals in just a moment's time. William Stewart, Nick DeShera. We'll be right back.
Bye, haters.
Luke Humphries is the greatest darting force on the planet. Bullseye. Oh, we got one. Fish has been landed. We know he's too good. The world number 1, world champion. Incredible stuff.
Let me tell you about A to Z Darts. We're a specialty dart store with over 10,000 different products. We create in-depth videos and blogs to help improve your game and showcase our products. We give helpful advice on how to practice darts, the fundamentals of form and mechanics, and how to make better decisions when purchasing your darting equipment. Whether you're brand new or a seasoned player, we try to provide fun and informative content. I'm Jen, the creative director for A to Z Darts. I've been playing for over 10 years, and I've traveled the world competing in and promoting the sport. This is Will. He runs our live streaming company, USA Darts, and travels the globe as well to broadcast major darting events and interview PDC players alike. You'll find over 2,000 different sets of darts on our website. Guessing right now you're pretty interested in our resources? Learn about form, throwing mechanics, practice routines, scoring and grouping, checkout methods, cricket strategy, and much more. Visit a-zdarts.com to take advantage of our blog or follow us on social media at AZDarts today.
Tell by the way they're scoring, there may be nothing in it. One man misses, does the other man get? Yes! Double 12! That is the most amazing leg of darts you will ever see in your life! I can't state! 12, and the 9 Dart King lands another one! Covered by Team Michael. Double 12, back going! Is complete, incredible stuff. The world number 1 is world champion.
Breaking soft tip news, Windmill has announced a string of American player signings, including PDC superstar Jules Van Dongen. You've known about Leonard Gates, of course. However, we also saw Mike Maloney, Rick Hensey, and Garrett Rakowski, who are prominent soft tip players. Not to say they've never won anything on the steel tip side, but they are renowned for their soft tip accomplishments and dominance in the US. And for you folks overseas unfamiliar with these guys, just go on over to our YouTube page at USA Darts, type in their names in the search bar. We have dozens of great matches featuring all 5 of the new Windmouse sponsored players. You will not be disappointed. It is astonishing to see 3 sponsorships that are soft tip leaning by a major darts brand with over 50 years of experience in the industry, not to mention the Blade 6 being the board sponsor for the PDC. So if that doesn't answer the question, why do people play soft tip? I don't know what else can. We totally understand how the UK folks might not get it and just don't realize how popular soft tip is globally, but trust us, we at USA Darts Production literally make half of our living streaming soft tip events and the other half streaming steel tip. You don't have to like or respect the soft tip side, but at least be aware. Soft tip is obviously beloved by enough people who truly enjoy participating. And now players are getting signed by Windmow. I can't wait to see what's next.
Humphries is the greatest darting force on the planet. Bullseye. Oh, we got one. The fish has been landed. We know he's too good. The world #1, world champion. Incredible stuff.
Let me tell you about A to Z Darts. We're a specialty dart store with over 10,000 different products. We create in-depth videos and blogs to help improve your game and showcase our products. We give helpful advice on how to practice darts, the fundamentals of form and mechanics, and how to make better decisions when purchasing your darting equipment. Whether you're brand new or a seasoned player, we try to provide fun and informative content. I'm Jen, the creative director for A to Z Darts. I've been playing for over 10 years and I've traveled the world competing in and promoting the sport. This is Will. He runs our live streaming company, USA Darts, and travels the globe as well to broadcast major darting events and interview PDC players alike. You'll find over 2,000 different sets of darts on our website. Guessing right now you're pretty interested in our resources? Learn about form, throwing mechanics, practice routines, scoring and grouping, checkout methods, cricket strategy, and much more. Visit a-zdarts.com to take advantage of our blog or follow us on social media at AZDarts today.
Alrighty, folks, let's get back underway here with some more coverage. It looks like this match just started, if I'm looking properly. Let me go ahead and see where this is. This is going to be your Latcher ND taking on Tower, this is your Spanish team. So we'll go ahead and pull up that board for you guys. Need to run and take a picture with the save the date for next year so you all can properly prepare for next year's event if you so choose to make your way on over to the Westgate Resort and Casino for NDA Team Dart 2025, April 10th through the 16th. Should be a good one here at the Westgate once again. Put up our scoreboard there. This is the Radical board, for those that are wondering. Once again, 3 different boards in use for the week, as we got a Arachnid, a Phoenix, and then the Radical that you're seeing here. Latcher will step in here with a some work that needs to be done on the 15s or bulls.
And it looks like a pretty interesting matchup I just walked in on. Sorry about that, guys. Got distracted. I saw my Florida friends playing, and I wanted to go and watch the end of the leg here on my way back.
So you just forgot about us.
Yes.
Okay.
Like, literally didn't even, I forgot I was here to work. I'm going to be honest. It just, like, deleted from my brain.
Well, these Tower boys are doing a number right now. Look at that throw. I did not like that at all. That's hunched over.
It looks
hunched over
uncomfortable.
side. That looks way uncomfortable.
Well, the problem is if you have a stance like that, one of the most common injuries in darts is like back strain, right? And you see it with like a lot of the players overseas as well. Like Gary Anderson's always one that struggles with back problems and stuff. It's hard to stand at those angles for that long, consistently, multiple days. Here we go. Let's see what Tower does. How about they get it done there, getting a leg on the board. And you have to imagine that some of these Spaniard teams, it's not that they necessarily have an advantage, but they definitely are the most comfortable in the room on the Radical boards typically.
Yes.
Just because that's one of the most popular regions for them. And it shows. It really does.
Now, we don't have access to the F4 board, but we can try to at least see what's going on over there.
Yeah, maybe take a gander, if you will. And you will.
Well, never mind. Latcher just won that one, so
1-1.
will be a 1-1 score line here. And that always seems to be the case in this team event, the split and whatnot. It always seems to go 1-1, 2-2, and then we get that last league decider. It's just
kind of how these matches flow. And to be honest, if your team did well enough to get through a 2-stage round robin, you expect these matches to be pretty close, all things considered.
yes, exactly.
It is notable to mention first place prize of $1,700 here, so pretty good payout for that first place. Second place being $1,200 there.
So go ahead and set it up and get going with their next leg.
Ranger's saying so interesting to observe everyone's different approach and their hitches as well. Yeah, I mean, it shows that there's no correct way to throw a dart. It just shows that there's better ways to make it consistent.
Yeah.
So they're just here discussing, making sure the team order is correct and everyone's set to go. You can see the first half is starting on that side and this half is starting right here. So we'll see if one of these teams pull out both wins at the same time, or is it going to go one way or the other and go all the way down to the wire? Here we go. Tower to throw first. Oh, and an opening off the bat, finding nothing. Almost ripping off his shirt, Mike Scarborough style in front of us there. There's a lot going on there. So, Latcher, let's see what they have here. And just a 3 mark, so they get the 20s closed, but didn't grab any points on them. trying to go to the 19s here, trying to get some marks on the board. A little bit of a slow start here, but that helps out quite a lot there.
Get something on the board. Big triple 20. It looks like this guy's the heavy hitter on the team. Definitely so. Big 9 mark for him.
Yeah, I'm going to have to agree with you there. That is a massive shot there, showing what he can really bring to this affair. Hatcher just trying to attack the 18s here, and doesn't happen. Would have probably preferred maybe starting 21st there, and again, just because that conservative play here probably is more beneficial.
Yeah, the conservative approach, especially in the team side of thing. I mean, it's so difficult to attack because there's no guarantee what your opponent, what your teammate's going to do.
And plus, in that scenario, too, a single 20 made it so they didn't get the point lead after one trip. In that case scenario, they got a 4 mark, got the point lead with not too much of an effort there. It's going to be hard now because Latcher is going to have to spin an extra dart or 2 at the 20s. You can see the reaction there. He really wanted that one to go in and take the swing. But he does go ahead and take a last dart shot at the 18s and finds it.
Good stuff.
That's a must-hit dart if you're going to shoot that. Sorry, guys. Will swatting a fly.
Yeah, big one. This dang thing keeps getting us. About knocked him out. Oh, my goodness.
That was a big shot there on the 17s, huh?
Yeah, good shot there. I mean,
it helps the cause.
ND here, though, hammer down these 20s. He's going to take a shot. I don't think once again, I think you need to pad some more points here. You're playing the slim to none game, and who knows what's happening on the other board. You're 1-1 now.
Yeah.
And if you lose this one and the other team loses that, you're out. So you got to be very, very cautious about what you do here. And one eye's on your board, one eye's on the other board. Let's be honest.
Exactly. So you're kind of splitting your own focus doing that. Yeah, that's going to be an opening, though. Tower not going to be happy with that visit at all, as Latcher can approach with a point lead. With the 1 mark on the 17, you could take a swing here, but I would still prefer to grab some more points. Now he's going to go ahead and get this close done. He has to get this close done. You've already committed to the strategy. If you bail on it now, it's going to be bad. So, yeah, he just stay there. Leaves a 7 mark for Tower. Trip, point, trip. Trying to work his way up. Needs to find a triple here. And that's a huge last start. Big find for Tower. But Latcher will need to stay upstairs, if you ask me, until they hit at least the 4 mark. If you hit anything less than a 4 mark and you go downstairs, you're asking for trouble.
Christy, if you're asking where Smoke Show is and the board ,, you're going to have to find that information on CompuSport.
I think she was calling us a smoke show.
Oh, that's what it is. We're so good looking.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
There is, I don't know how many boards we actually have left. We at one point had 298, but they've kind of chopped the room in half. So significantly less boards, but you still have to, there's still a good amount where it makes it difficult for us to be able to give you that information right off the rip.
Yeah. Again, just check that link in there from earlier for the CompuSport. You can always follow along there.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, if we had the answer, we would tell you though.
And once again, we don't know exactly what will come our way. We may try to dabble in some other levels as well. This is level 1. We may get some other levels over here depending on time and whatnot, but it just kind of depends on how things go for each level and what time we finish up.
Absolutely.
We only have the 3 streaming boards, and they're going to take up 2 for 1 match.
Yeah, there you go, Taylor, helping you out in the chat there, Chrissy. Unfortunately, we only have boards F1 through 3 for our stream boards. So hopefully that helps. And you can see those 20s have gone away here, and Tower has been on the attack. Now, Latcher, in the twilight hours of this leg, is fighting themselves against the wall here. They're going to need to hit a 9 mark, too, as they are 17 points down, which means a 4 mark will not get the point lead for them to have a shot at the 16s. Oh, that first starts well high. Almost in the same area. Yeah, he's not going to be happy with that visit, and Tower's going to be on the attack here.
Yeah, Tower should be.
And again, it kind of comes down to, now granted, I do know Latcher those last 2 visits, or two of those last visits just hit 5 marks on the 20s. That's one of those things where you have to kind of really assert your dominance on those points before taking those shots. This is a must-hit close, and it is hit. Now, with it being a 4-3 on the Bulls here with a 17-point difference, I wouldn't be mad at the 16s and 15s being closed and forcing pressure on the Bulls. Starting Bull first is opting to stay. Nothing wrong with that approach, as well as he does find a hat trick there. Now does Tower add a couple more points here, or do they go on the attack?
I think they go for the win here. They're going to go for the win. Why wouldn't you?
Yeah, especially if you're going to hit it like that.
Good score there. 2-1 overall for Tower. Oops. There we go.
And looking at the body language of what's going on the other board there, it does seem like this is going potentially in Tower's favor 3-1.
I'm going to go ahead and situate our board camera. We're able to see what's going on a little bit. There we go.
Oh, this is a really close game here. Latcher is going to definitely be feeling even more pressure now, too, knowing that they just lost on the other board.
See the upper hand advantage on the 18s here. He hammers in a triple. And another. Go for the kill shot on the 16s or stay.
Oh!
What a big 9 mark for Tower.
Yeah, and now giving themselves a 90-point lead there, forcing the 6 mark to be hit on the 16s. Beautiful shot. Oh, and it's on right now. They are in a battle here. Oh, and there's going to be your opening. Tower has built it for themselves. Expect them to grab the 2 16s on this turn. Starts with the 16s. Needs another single. Finds it there. Last time was going for the trip 15 and hugging the wire. I think. It is a little hard to tell from the single, but it looks like a good shot. Yeah, Latcher's back is against the wall. They need to basically hit a 3 in the bet on the 15s here. Gets the first triple. Oh, that one goes high. I think he thought about just a little too much. He really wanted it. Needs to settle in. And gets a 6 mark there to get themselves back the point lead by 3 points. This is getting down to the wire on this one. Oh, got the point lead and then hit the double 15. Can they add another point? Oh, that's a good shot there. Getting themselves up 33 points now, meaning that they have to go to the Bulls, and Latcher's back is truly against the wall. Oh my goodness, what a shot this is, though. What a shot that is.
That's a huge shot right there. It forces pressure on the Bulls here.
Yeah, 3-2 on the Bulls now. Wow. Tower looking for 3 to get this done here. Oh, this is a hard-fought battle. There's the first Bull. Oh, that one's outside. And he finds the double on the last dart there, and you can hear the audience go crazy, the teammate going crazy, and a big fist bump from him there, as that was such a tough dart, and they will get that done 3-1 over Latcher, North Dakota.
Wow, and Latcher's not out of this. They'll go to that loser's side. Tower will be on the winner's side. So just a reminder of that one. But here we go, folks. It's level 1 team event. We're going to be crowning a champion here soon. Find out who we got coming your way here next. We'll have a short break before we get back underway. Don't go anywhere. William Stewart, Nick Teixeira. It's NDA Team Dart, day number 6. We'll see you in a moment.
Alrighty, back into the mix here. Excited to see another matchup here for our team cricket finals, level 1. This is going to be a 5th, 6th place matchup here. This is going to be Citymen from Ohio, and this is going to be on the other side here, Bo Daddy Smoke Show, also from Ohio. So an all Ohio matchup to get things going here. Yeah, I'm excited for this one to see what we got going on in this matchup here. And, of course, to get some 614 representation alongside with the rest of Ohio, I guess. I'm Nick Shearer, joined by Will Stewart. Happy to be bringing you coverage from NDA Team Dart 2024 and the Westgate Resort and Casino in Las Vegas, Nevada. Listen to who you have in this match, who you're cheering for, and what you got going on. This match will be taken on board F1 and F2. So you're going to see us kind of hop in between there and try to keep up with the scoreline as we can. We can see Bill in the chat saying, NDA Darts next year, what a way to celebrate my 50th. There we go. Yeah, excited to be back out here next year for April 10th through the 16th, 2025. Or at least they haven't fired us yet, so hopefully be back here. So yeah, here we go. Excited to see these guys kind of duke it out. The men in the green shirts, the team in the green shirts is going to be the Bo Daddies side of the affair, and then the other side with the jerseys is going to be City Amusements there. See, just setting up here. Going right those 18s. And does switch back to 20s. I do like that switch back there. Again, you hear us reiterate the whole play conservative thing. The reason we're saying that is just knowing the variation in averages and knowing the position of the matches. Every leg is just so important. It's going to be tough spots to get in and out of. And that's a huge 6 mark there to regain the point lead by 28 points. Big 18 on the last there. Going for the 5 mark close and finds it. Good stuff indeed. So let's see. Stepping up here. Going to want to try to get on the attack, but first has to get a number going. Another one of those 17s would be good. And that's a huge 7 mark there for Bo Daddy's Smoke Show. So you're just trying to grab a couple of 20s on there, expand that point lead back. Do like the shot. Obviously, he's trying to get a couple more triples on there, but not a bad attempt. Oh, there we go, finding a trip. Might take the look up here. I would. And the reason I would is just because those flights are crossed. It's going to be hard to get another one in that trip. So I think that's a good use of that turn. The City here attacking away. He just looked down and finds it. That's a big risk with an X on your 20s, but it's a big hit when you find it there. This is going to be a hard-fought battle between these teams here. I do kind of want to see the 20s go away. Just start by closing them out with the X on it. I think it's just worth it in this scenario. You can see there he does go ahead and grab it. He was trying to get the point or the number first. It's a risk, right? You're basically saying if your opponent hits a 6 mark, it's kind of done and dusted. But it's also, if you get into a point battle of 16s or 15s versus 20s, it's also kind of the same situation there. So this at least advances the board state with a little bit more pressure on the City team. He's going to spend all 3 darts of the 15 now. So this would be a better board state for Bo Daddies to approach. That was kind of what they had there. I do like the switch after that trip was kind of blocked up there to go over to that single region of the board. I think that's a smart move there because you have to get that close. You can't leave the opportunity open. But Bo Daddies gets the approach to the board now. Going to need at least a single on this last dart. Big trip to bring it back within 4 points there. So let's see. It's going to be a tough moment. What does City have? Going right at the close. Oh, my goodness. Does find it. Are they going to grab some points? Does try to grab some points as well. That's a big risk. Again, at the end of the day, they're approaching the bowls with advantage, and if you get yourself in that scenario, typically you're doing pretty good. But Bo Daddies is not out of reach here. 19-point separation. Wouldn't be upset if he switched. Yeah, that's a good switch. And back to the bulls, and it doesn't go. He really want to get at least one here to make it even. But you can see Nick stepping up. Really wants to just grab these 3 bulls and get it done and over with. Grabs bull 1. Grabs bull 2. One more. Didn't get it done, so let's see what happens. Bo Daddies could steal this one away. He's double-double now. Oh, there's the first double. What a find this would be if it goes. He's going well over. Oh, and that's a good look at it. And it just doesn't quite go. And gets the bull there for City Boys getting a leg on the board. Or City Men, excuse me. Let me just go ahead and be proper here. I didn't see how the league finish up on the other board there. So we'll go ahead and get confirmation on that one once this one gets into the fray here. That was nice and scrappy down to the end. I do agree exactly there, Brian, in the chat there. That was a good scrap. So you can see real quick, they're just going to take a moment here, get the orders correct, get the board positions correct, and then get things going. Yeah, I can see a lot of you guys having a lot of fun watching this one. Yeah, we're absolutely having fun watching it too. So here we go. They're just double checking the order one more time before getting things going and exchanging fist bumps across the way. So let's go ahead and actually, we're going to take a look at this is the same match. So give a second here, sorry. Hit the wrong button on that one. So we're just going to go ahead and get things adjusted real quick. Take a look at this side. Sorry, I'm not as fast as Will with these controls. But here we go. Getting things going in this one. Sorry about that quick delay there. But here we go. So this is going to be the same match, just the other side of the thing. So this is going to be the other part of the split here. So remember, they're going to be playing those doubles 2 and 2, side by side. And if it comes down to a last leg decider, all 4 players from each team will play on the same score going into a last leg decider here. Oh, not getting able to get the 19s closed. Robert's going to be happy about this opportunity here. Oh, and they're just grabbing 3 on those 19s, getting the close done, and I think that's a perfectly fine turn there. You now have a 2-house advantage and 60 points. And then grabbing just 4 18s there. I'm going to double check real quick on the score of this one. Be back in one quick second. Yeah, so it is, in fact, 2-0 in this matchup here. So we're going to actually get that adjusted real quick. Which means Bo Daddies kind of have the backs against the walls here. If they lose one of these legs, the other one will be a moot point. So we'll see what happens. They're having a hard-fought battle. Bo Daddies does not want to go down like this. Tough spot to be in. Oh, hi, Will.
Hey. Sorry, buddy.
No, you're okay.
I just sprinted back here from the Magicware booth, so we should have a cool video coming out here of Nick and Jen on the Phoenix board.
the Phoenix VSX.
Yeah.
I do believe it looks like on the F1 they just finished, and since they're still playing this leg, that implies that it's 2-1 now for this one. So looks like Bo Daddies did get a leg on the board.
Wow, they're rolling then. They're cruising.
Yeah, they
didn't.
That game was really fast because both these legs just started.
Let me just make sure that.
I just checked. Just chatted with him. I went up to Bo Daddies and said, "What's the score?" He said 2-0. And I'm like, I should probably ask the other team. he was like 2-0. They were nice about it though. They were kind of having a laugh.
Well, you gotta, unfortunately, that's part of the nature is getting those score lines and whatnot. And we appreciate all the players that are pretty lenient with us, trying to pop in and out and kind of being an annoying subject. Let's be honest, because every once in a while we kind of work our way through.
When you're playing in a match, you want anybody that's around you don't be seen, not heard, unless you want to talk to them. So when we're coming through, like, guys, so that is always nice that the players overall take it well. The man with the great name at the line here, his name's Nick. I like it. But being named Nick and from Ohio is kind of my shtick, so we're going to have to work on the branding here. Bo Daddies finds himself behind in this one. And obviously with their back against the wall, they're going to be feeling the pressure here a little bit. But this will be a good turn to get back into the fray. Finding a 5 mark there does help the cause.
Oh, you can tell not happy about that one. Takes a second to resituate.
You gotta. If not, they're at risk of losing a lot of ground here. But that's a huge last start. I expect Bo Daddies, if they get the point advantage, to maybe try to take a dart here to grab that single 19 as well. Just take some territory away if they can. Casey's saying Nick is actually John Wintley. So it looks like that. So he had to borrow Nick's jersey. Okay, so they set me up for failure there.
Womp, 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 womp.
Oh, and from West Virginia. So City Amusements does, they are from Ohio, but they are technically, they would go all over that area over there in the north Midwest area. So hitting the West Virginia. So do appreciate the context, guys. Whenever we do look at these teams' locations and where they're from on CompuSport, it just is whatever was put in there. So, like, for instance, all the teams from Spain this year were from the United States, apparently. But that's where it said they were from, and we were like, I think that's probably not the case. Bo Daddies, what do you got here? Needs to find a trip here. You have to close the gap. Yeah, not going to be able to do so. This is a big moment for the City men.
Yeah, they can take advantage and run away with this one. We'll see.
Yeah, I hope the City men don't mind when I accidentally refer to them as the City boys.
Well, not full advantage closing out those 17s, but try to make a dent.
Yeah, they're trying real hard to. It's just so hard to shut somebody out of a leg like this. But not Nick approaching the line here.
Not Nick.
Yeah, I even complimented him on having a good name and everything, and the whole Ohio shtick. You set me up. And good use of the points there. I think that last start probably also should have been points. It is a 50-point advantage, so 6 mark on either the 16s or 15s does not regain the point lead already. But just to be erring on the side of caution, knowing that you're up 2-1, you don't want to give any chance of giving up the leg. And if you trip the 19 or 20, then it makes a 9 mark useless. So I probably would have preferred that last start to grab some more points. But it might be a moot point here. It certainly seems like it will be. Expect the city men to go ahead and grab those 15s and then move on to the 16s. They already have the 1 mark on it. Let's see how well they do this. And see, attacking the 16s, you already have the mark on the 15s. I feel like it's just more efficient to grab it. It's not like the other team has a markup on it.
Does go back up with the last, though.
It's always just trying to most efficiently use your marks and accounting for your misses when you are playing at any level should be in consideration. But Bo Daddy is just really struggling. These last couple of rounds, these last 4 rounds in particular, have just been well off the margins of what you would expect to see. And they know it. Fifteens are close. Taking a big, deep breath here. And a big trip 20 on the last start there. And I don't mind that at all. Again, when you're getting to a situation where you can get this done and dusted, don't mind it. Just a heads up, sitting in your king seat match here, they have not started yet as they're waiting for the bracket to advance. Tower and 3 bulls and a heifer.
Okay, so that is going to be your king seat, and we're cruising along here. I mean, we're going to be 4th place matchup here fairly quickly. I mean, wow. Cruising and bruising here.
Sorry about that, guys. Someone just threw a water bottle at us.
Jeez, let me tell you what. These guys just don't know how to appreciate some streamers here.
Yeah, that's right. Big shot, not Nick. I do like Brian's comment there. This feels like a hometown bar matchup here, talking about the fact that Ohio, West Virginia being so close together as well. It's kind of funny. You go to a national competition to play people you can play in your hometown. Almost makes it better, though. I feel like whenever those matchups do happen, it's like exciting because it like kind of almost takes the nerves away. It makes it feel a little bit smaller, a little bit more local in that sense. I like it. Joe, unfortunately, I don't know the exact answer here, but I'm sure the rest of Czech can help you out with that one. Don't know exactly where in Ohio they are from, and I know one of these teams is from West Virginia. Just needs the 2 bulls. Trying to work his way in. Did try to go up on that last start there. There's nothing wrong with taking that last start at the points, although knowing that you have 3 houses up, you can also stay there for the double. But either way, you're fine.
Yeah.
Oh, so are both these? I wonder if both these teams then are from West Virginia as well.
Cities from Ohio.
Cities from Ohio, but they service West Virginia as well.
Okay, so I mean, it could be just inside or outside of West
Exactly.
Virginia, but
Not Nick trying to get around. Oh, talking about Cityman there.
no biggie.
There we go, getting it done. That should be a 3-1 for the Citymen here, and you can see the handshakes going up, knowing that this one is going to be done and dusted here. So the other 5-6 matches going on boards F5, F6 right now. So we won't be able to get a full view, but we might try to get a little over-the-top shot of that one. And then they'll be calling that king seat match shortly here, and of course then the 4th place as well. Will, this has been pretty interesting so far.
Yeah, they're rolling along, folks. Don't go anywhere. The action is going to continue pretty quickly. William Stewart, Nick Teixeira will be back in a moment's time. We'll hop on over to a board view just so you can kind of get an overhead of what's going on the side, and that's where we'll keep it. Appreciate you folks joining us. We'll be right back.
without you. If we dance in the blizzard, we are not getting cold. So keep on dancing, baby. Dance, 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 yeah, dance, yeah, baby. Dance, 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 yeah, dance, yeah, baby.
Well, here we go, your king seat match in level 1 of the team cricket event. It's Tower taking on 3 bulls and a heifer. How about that name? That is a good one. That is a good name indeed. I like it. Well, we are underway. It's the C&M team for 3 bulls.
And a Spaniard team for Tower.
Yes, yes it is. And just a reminder of how this works. You're playing on 2 separate boards. So F1, F2 is where we're at. We'll play 1 doubles match on this one, 1 doubles match on the other one. So it could be a 2-0 or a 1-1 or a, well, that's all you're going to get after this one.
Exactly. On Team Tower here, you're going to have Albert Boronat, Antonio Munez, you're going to have Roque Soto, and Vinke Fontegibel. I'm sorry about that one.
Good job, buddy.
And then on the other side here, Austin Braswell, Barry Davis, Chris Jones, and Robert Rydberg. A little bit easier when they're hometown players for me. It's going to be Austin Braswell at the line here. And Austin and Chris Jones are the ones playing together today. I will say, Austin said in his previous match to get to the king seat match, a drink was actually spilled on his darts right before the match started, and he was really struggling with the grip on them, and he was vigorously washing the darts to try to get it back in place.
Well, once again, we're up on the sports book and on the Westgate. How about that?
Hello, Westgate.
That is incredible to see that we've been treated with that one this weekend, or this week, I should say. They've been taking great care of us, and then to throw us up on the international bar as well as the sports book when other sports are taking place that
It's a big deal.
Are really meaningful, like playoffs and whatnot, and making us a priority up there is really cool.
Yeah, absolutely humbling for sure. Chris Jones is not going to be happy with that visit there.
No.
Wasn't able to grab any points, so kind of expect Tower to really take advantage of that and grab these 19s closed here. And you can see the 16s already closed after Chris kind of fell into it and the other team attacked.
Yeah, they go ahead and close out the 19s. Even a fat will work here. Let's get rid of it. Yep.
Yeah, he wasn't happy with that visit here because he knows it's a little bit of a let-off. Braswell just basically trying to approach a new board, say as if the opponent team just opened up with the 6. Going right for the 17s here. And see, that's the classic signs of some of these like top Florida shots. They always love going that like 17, 19 route and kind of avoid the 18 area typically. And Braswell just stuck in the skinny pie. So Tower can really make this one hurt. And based off the cheering I'm hearing from the other side of things, it sounds like it might be going favorable for Tower on our other board. So it's kind of interesting to see how this one will develop.
That it will. And unfortunately, I mean, with the camera setup, they've been using more of F1 and F2 than F3, which has been kind of a little bit difficult because then we've been panning back and forth.
It's just because they do the 2-board format, it's hard because we don't have that 4th board. If we had the 4th one, that would be a little bit easier to cover multiple things at a time like that, right?
I guess maybe we could have rearranged the cameras at some point, but I just don't know. It's too late for that one now.
Yeah, you know what?
Coulda, shoulda,
Taking
woulda.
notes for 2025, the Hawaiian-themed year.
I'm looking forward to that one. The Pano action.
Someone's like, since when are the years themed? I'm like, isn't it not fun? They're like, yeah, it's pretty fun. Why not? Have a little fun with it.
Yep.
I already heard there's some people over there, they were discussing, okay, so next year's Hawaii, so you guys want to do like Lilo and Stitch themed shirts and stuff like that? So they were having fun with it.
I love it.
I'm excited to see how those turn out. Braswell really needs to find a trip in here, and not that one. He's trying to laugh it off. Does get it on the last start there, but he really felt like he needed more. It's going to be tough. 54-point difference here. 54 points. I do want the Spain team to grab at least the 20. And they didn't. So now at least Chris Jones' shot. And don't count her out. Do you know who she normally plays tournaments with?
Who?
Kenny Doyle.
Oh, okay.
She's one of those like average, busters where she's like a really good in her average range, so she'll help like lower those big guys into the range where they can fit in caps.
I like it.
And with how many top shots are in Florida, you kind of see that a lot. You have to try to figure out how to min-max to fit the caps. Big 3 mark there from Jones.
Great shot.
It's a ballsy shot is what it is, too. If you hit it, it looks great, and they did, so it looks phenomenal.
Remember, North Dakota and City men playing on F3 and F4, so we'll be able to at least dabble inside that match. But that is your 4th place matchup here in this Level 1 team finals.
Braswell thought that might have been in.
And overall, as far as teams, there was 47 teams involved in this cricket Level 1 team event. Now down to that final 4 after round robin stages and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah, right? I know.
Let me go ahead and check down here.
Yeah.
I mean,
Pretty dang good.
pretty good setup here. I mean, level 6 finals is about to be 5th, 6th all the way across the board. So, but level 2 is the same spot as this one. Just checking on level 4. Level 4, same spot as level 1. So, we may not get much other levels, but right now, Tower pulls off the 1-0 advantage. Let's go ahead and check if they're still playing over here or not, and it looks like so. Go ahead and jump our board over there.
Oh, and that's a big celebration on that 9 mark there.
And we get the vamos from them on the
Yeah, hitting us with a let's go. So this is going to be Rob Ryberg here for C&M. I need to try to grab a number here. You don't want to go 2-0 down to start a best of 5. And no close found there, so big opportunity for Tower. The Tower over on this one.
Chris Van saying, let's watch level 1. Well, that's what you're watching, girl. This is level 1.
This is level 1.
Yeah.
This is your king seat match.
We just want to let everybody know where the other brackets were and whatnot, because there is people following along that have some friends or family that may be in other levels. And then our Masters event, that did conclude yesterday, for those that were wondering. There was 21 teams involved in the round-robin stages of that. 8 teams went into the final bracket, and it was Bespeda winning over D-Sob 1 yesterday.
Yeah, Bespeda just played so good throughout the entirety of everything. Their teamwork was just absolutely phenomenal through and through.
Yeah, and Masters level being your highest level here, level 1 to follow, and then all the way down to level 6 for your team event here.
Well, Rob here knows that not much you can do here. John, the worst half of Chris Jones in the chat here. What's going on, buddy? Look at this. One more bowl. Oh, not quite yet, but Tower pretty much had to go up 2-0.
Yeah, it looks like they're set in stone for a 2-0 score line, and that's detrimental if you're 3 bulls, because you're going to be split here for this next little set, I guess we should say.
Yeah, exactly. So basically, if one of the legs ends up winning for Tower during that, then the other one will quit play there, because it would be a moot leg. It's not, because they're not in pod play anymore, so they don't need to play them all out. Tower trying to get it done. You can see he's a little frustrated that he hasn't gotten it done there yet, but again, not really consequential here. Just no found there for 3 bulls and a heifer. So Tower, 1 bull here. You expect them to grab it and move on to the next part of this.
They will. 2-0 score line here.
The team from Florida will have to pick it up in this one. Both those legs not really hardly contested from them. Just kind of coming into a soft opening here. Taking a peek, this is our 4th place match that's taken on. We already saw the City Men and the team from North Dakota as well. So just a peek of what's going on here as we are going to figure out what the match score is in this one and see who is on track to move on to the 3rd place match. If you guys are curious, this is going to be that Radical board. And we will be showing some more of that King Seat match as it develops here, but we're going to see where this one is in this leg in this match here, giving you guys full context. No matter what, we're guaranteed to see more of any of these teams so far, because we will be covering that 3rd and that finals as well. So just a heads up there.
Same thing as Tower. 2-0 to City here.
North Dakota 2-0 the City?
2-0 to City.
Okay.
So North Dakota has the nil.
Okay.
Yep.
Perfect. You said Tower, so I was confused.
Yeah, I said same thing as Tower here.
There we go. Gotcha.
There you go.
Having trouble following along.
You're fine.
Must
Day 72 here in Vegas, it feels like.
Day 100 quadrillion. The heat death of the universe is near.
I like once again, I will say this. Vegas is great, and having an event in Vegas is great because there's plenty of stuff for you to do. But I highly recommend don't overkill it with the events. Make sure you take an event off here and there so that you can have that proper rest, or maybe just take a day to lay in bed and catch up on some sleep, or to just enjoy Vegas.
Yeah, exactly. And you notice a lot of players will do that while taking off, maybe take off singles, for example. Don't have to worry about that. Or they'll be like, hey, maybe I don't want to play a mixed event. Whatever it may be, you just got to communicate that. And treat yourself kind, because it is so hard to play every event, and especially if you're doing well, it's going to get even harder.
But well, we're keeping an eye on the King Seat matchup, as we'll hop back on over to board F1 or F2 here in just a moment. But figured we'd splash in this one, their fourth place match, while we had a moment.
Absolutely. I'll give us full context because, again, we just saw the other teams on the winner side, so we're going to see one of them go to that third place matchup. We'll get a chance to see them there, too. So what will Frankie do here? I'll tell you what, though. These City men, I don't trust any of the names on their shirts anymore. You never know. They might be getting tricky with it. Tries to grab the 16 in the last there. Honestly, with the 19s and having the X, I wouldn't be terribly opposed to that. They're actually going to like a 17 and grabbing a second house instead. You can go either way on it.
Day 78 is Jesus.
70-11.
It feels like it. That's for sure, man. It's tough.
Imagine you had to sit next to Nick DeShera for 12 hours a day for 5 days, 6 days in a row.
I know, right? No,
it's brutal.
Just kidding. Okay, so we may hop on over to board F1 here in just a second, but right now City looking promising for another leg.
To take it 3 straight. Good grab there. And a smart dart to go back to the 19s. 1 dart in hand, a single 19 does more for you than a single on the 17 or 15 would. You kind of have to assume, okay, if my dart isn't a trip, if I do miss, but it hits a single, which single is the most helpful? That's a good way to think about it, especially in a team event here where you just want to make sure you're supporting your partners as much as you can. So this will be a good moment here for the City men. And how about a 6 mark on the 19s there? I like that. And took the look at the 17s. It didn't collect. Go back over. Nothing wrong with that.
Nothing wrong with that at all.
Oh, yeah, and you can tell North Dakota not going to be happy. This could be a big turn here. Attacking the 17s. Wants to get it close here. Needs to get a big single, guys. To be careful for the deflections, and that was a good dart.
But City looks like they're dominating this one.
It looks like they got it pretty good here.
We're going to go ahead and head on over to board F1 just to check in there as, well, they're kind of, well, let's go ahead and give you the proper board. Let's do that the right way, Will.
I like mixing it
go.
up, like different combinations.
You can see that Tower's pretty much putting it to him this one here.
Yeah, it looks like, unfortunately, for the team from Florida, they're going to be going to the loser side of the affair here. to probably play more than likely Citymen from what we saw.
Yeah, this is a 2-0 scoreline to Tower, so definitely looking to wrap it up.
Rob making a good point. City trying to make it back-to-back for level 1 champs. So I believe you guys will probably remember a little bit better than us.
Well, I mean, they all kind of go together there, but yeah, I do recall that from last year.
There we go.
Faring well. Now I know that Nick, quote unquote Nick,
Not Nick.
yeah, not Nick, is new to the team, so there's some new faces here to this one. But
He said that he was playing against the Bow Daddy's team, and that's the team he normally plays with.
okay,
Is what he clarified there.
but they're up for a tough one. They're on that loser side, and right now Tower looking to grab that king seat spot.
And here's some cheering going on our middle board as well. Does grab the 18s there. And grabs a single 20. Braswell knows that he has to get a 3 in the bed here on one of these numbers. He has to set up Chris for a shot to grab single 20 and 2 19s. And the only way to do that is hit a big shot here and hope for a miss. Not entirely out of the mix yet, but now it's perfection demanding rather than requesting. That's a good start.
Got to have another.
Got some.
Does get another. Big shot there. Looks like City does put it away. On board F3 as they will advance into the third place match to play either Tower or 3 Bulls in an effort here.
And then only a single 19, so that's actually a big opening, and it's actually Bam Bam playing on this side here. Got the, I forgot they do the swipty swappities. So I expect Bam here, single 20 and 2 19s. His actual name is Barry Davis. I don't think I've ever actually called him Barry once in my life. He's always been Bam Bam. Oh, and he doesn't get the 19s there. And Austin's kind of kicking in the background, knowing that that could have been a really big one.
I don't know how he makes this work for him. He's just so. It looks like he's so uncomfortable.
It does look uncomfortable. It's like his stance kind of reminds me of like me trying to use like a vending machine or something after I've had too much to drink, and I'm like trying to press the buttons and they're kind of getting further away from me as I'm reaching out. Braswell here wants to find at least a 4 mark on the 16s. Has to work his way up, as he says, frick. And does find the 4 mark there. Wanted to get done in the first 2 darts to take a dart at the 19s. Do you see his better half, Stacy Braswell, in the background there, kind of hanging out and supporting? She said, God, I'm mad that you keep winning, because we kind of could have just taken today's sleep, and they were feeling the exhaustion for sure. That's a big dart there in the last. 89-point separation. And I believe
That may have just done it.
yeah, that did just do it.
That may have just done it.
They've
Yeah, it looks like
thrown
they caught
the last
up.
3 and yeah, I think that is it.
Go ahead and see as they say, yeah, go ahead and there's no need to play it out. They'll just say, hey, good stuff. Good all the way around. Tower, your King Seat holders with a 3-0 victory over 3 Bulls. That's going to be a tough team to beat.
Sorry about that. There's an actual bird that just flew in here.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
This one's real. I know I've been making up random things that have happened in the booth. There's an actual bird flying around that just completely broke my concentration.
Yeah, well, the thing is they have some open side doors and whatnot. That
Getting
they're
things packed.
Well, they're getting things packed on the other side. The room is almost empty over there.
Oh, yeah?
All the pipe and drapes gone. The boards are gone. They're loading them onto the truck as we speak. And they're getting ready and pulling in all the APA pool stuff. That event is going to happen at the 1st of May. So that's also going on. So,
well, good to know. And it looks like we'll be in that third place match coming up next with the City Men versus.
It'll be City Men versus 3 Bulls and Heifer. Yeah, so that match will be up next here on our stream. Don't go anywhere, folks. How about a quick word from our sponsors as we go forward here with more action brought to you by the National Dart Association. We'll be back in a moment's time.
This game is going to be key. You can tell by the way they're scoring. There may be nothing in it. One man misses, does the other man get? Yes! Double 12! That is the most amazing Lagos you will ever see in your life! I can't state! 12, and the 9 Dart King lands another one! Covered by Team Michael. Double 12, back going! Michael back going! Luke Humphries, the ascension is complete. Incredible stuff. The world number 1 is world champion.
Breaking soft tip news, Windmill has announced a string of American player signings, including PDC superstar Jules Van Dongen. You've known about Leonard Gates, of course. However, we also saw Mike Maloney, Rick Hensey, and Garrett Rakowski, who are prominent soft tip players. Not to say they've never won anything on the steel tip side, but they are renowned for their soft tip accomplishments and dominance in the US. And for you folks overseas unfamiliar with these guys, just go on over to our YouTube page at USA Darts, type in their names in the search bar. We have dozens of great matches featuring all 5 of the new Windmouse sponsored players. You will not be disappointed. It is astonishing to see 3 sponsorships that are soft tip leaning by a major darts brand with over 50 years of experience in the industry, not to mention the Blade 6 being the board sponsor for the PDC. So if that doesn't answer the question, why do people play soft tip? I don't know what else can. We totally understand how the UK folks might not get it and just don't realize how popular soft tip is globally, but trust us, we at USA Darts Production literally make half of our living streaming soft tip events and the other half streaming steel tip. You don't have to like or respect the soft tip side, but at least be aware. Soft tip is obviously beloved by enough people who truly enjoy participating. And now players are getting signed by Windmow. I can't wait to see what's next.
All right, sorry for the delay here, but we're back. City Men taking on 3 Bulls. This is your third-place match here for Level 1 Team Cricket.
You good over there? Sorry. No,
I sprinted back over here, and I'm telling you, I've ran the most I ever ran in like 10 years here this week.
I was wondering.
It's getting me.
I was wondering. So, yeah, this is going to be the one on here. You will see on CompuSport that was actually called on a different board, but I let them know, hey, let's go ahead and get them on over to the stream here. So we just moved them on over. They were put just outside of our streaming area and didn't have anything else in place here. So.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Just letting them know what was going on, and we just got it all set up to go here.
Did you tell the tournament staff to? Okay, just making sure. I didn't know if you just told them or not, but cool.
I told them we took care of this. I'm driving the boat, Will. I'm driving the boat. I'm excited to see this one. City Men and 3 Bulls duking it out. You can see not Nick there, not happy. He said if he's shooting bad, he's Nick. And if he's not shooting bad, he's not Nick. Sofa Cushions did lose in that 7th, 8th position there. That was the first team we were kind of following on early on in this.
Yeah, and I mean, 47 teams in this level 1. They had to come through 2 days of round-robin action to get to this bracket today of competitors. This round of 16 team bracket.
Well, and it's so incredibly hard to play in a 3-stage event, right?
Yes.
Most players just aren't used to that style. It's very rare that you get opportunities to play in a round robin that feeds to a round robin that feeds to a final playoff bracket. Sean, you know the answer. We ain't done yet, but great to see. We did get our one boom goes to dynamite from Will this trip.
Sean, actually, your shift starts tonight. If you wanna join us,
We actually do have a project for Sean coming
5
up here.
5 p.m. tonight, Sean. You're expected to be here, ready to go.
And we can make him do that thing.
You leave at midnight.
Yeah.
Go back home.
Everyone keeps coming up to me and says, "Oh, are you Sean Green because of the green hair?" No, not. Unfortunately, not. I wish I was that beautiful. Here we go. Braswell stepping up here. I will tell you, it was very clear the 3 Bulls team was not happy with their last round performance overall, and they're trying to shape it up here for this one. They're going to have to. I mean, City Men were showing that they were not just City Boys, but in fact the City Men because of how well they played.
Whatever, Nick.
Will is officially over me, guys.
That's about as bad as you calling the Germans salty boys.
I really don't remember saying that. Someone clip that for me, please. Marcel says I said it. I don't believe him.
Could be me. I don't know.
I
don't
hope
think I'd ever say that.
I must have messed up my words. Oh, and Chris is going to be a salty girl after that one.
And
we're back.
There you go.
Bam. Wham. Well, not Nick here. Going to step up. Trying to grab these 19s. You expect him to go this turn. He's moving over on it. You have the dash on it. You can just hit the big singles here. Yeah, and you can see he's a little bit frustrated here. Just going to have to regroup and either grab some points here or go ahead and start working on another house. Either or is fine. See, Austin, what is that dance moves from Austin? You see, it's not just me in Florida that can't dance.
Yeah, exactly.
That is brutal.
That's no rhythm whatsoever because he's probably off beat, just like Nick was the other night.
Or he's going to the rhythm of his heart, like me.
Oh, my.
You know?
Austin, stop it. Get help.
Get help.
Get help.
You know he needs help.
Hey, he's getting some help here. Look at this. 9 mark for Austin Braswell. Over on the other board, it looks like the 3 Bulls team is out in front, 200 to 156.
Oh, and you can see the Cityman here on this one kind of struggling. You can see he's a little gitchy with his dart, and that last one he threw with a way better fall through, so good correction there. Chris confirming with Austin what to do. Austin saying something along the lines of, whatever you want. She should be on pointing duty here until she finds a trip. Does fall into the 17, but also finds a trip 19. So got the point lead back, got closer to getting a second house online. Honestly, not a bad shot. Austin is still what is going on with him?
I don't know what that is, but you can tell he has no beat whatsoever. Doesn't know what he's doing.
He looks like my pet penguin on Club Penguin back in the day. Like just like when you hit the dancing mode, that's like for like one person in this chat.
He looks like a middle school loser that that doesn't have a date and is like in the corner by himself like, hey, you guys want to dance with me? I'm just kidding.
What is I just there's a lot going on there.
I hope Austin listens back and just
he
realizes that was just atrocious. He's still doing it.
You know what? Ain't nothing going to stop his stride.
Hey,
ain't nothing.
You know what? If it produces another 9 here, keep on doing it, buddy. Keep on doing it.
Yeah, good bailout onto the 17. So that's a smart move. And up top, doesn't get the 20. But I do like that because you already had the X on it. You didn't like the position the first start. Smart play overall. See, I knew the one person in chat would get my Club Penguin reference. Thank you. Yeah, good grab on the 19s there, but you expect the 20s. If I was Austin, I'd honestly tell Chris, consider a look at the 20s here. Especially if she finds a trip on the 17, but at some point you got to take the shot. I think this is not a bad round to do so. And those darts were just not in the area she wanted to be. He's still going back there. I'm sorry. It's a lot going on. You see the opposite demeanor. Chris is just walking in the background there, kind of pacing, getting yourself set. Big opening here for Braswell. Single 20 and 4 17s is going to be the shot. Oh, not this time, though. Going back up to grab the single. Yeah, you feel like he wasted a dart there. He kind of could have made that one hurt a little bit more, but does regain control of this leg.
And look at,
we're still battling over
we're
there.
extending it out, and we're battling over on the other board. Still 3 Bulls with the advantage over on the Phoenix as they go to the Bulls.
Chris Jones here. I think she's probably going to just stay downstairs as long as she can. That's a good shot there. How about a 5 mark from Chris Jones? And now the dance moves are really coming out from Austin in the background because of that. So can the team from West Virginia make a stand here? They certainly are trying to on the other board as well.
2 Bulls needed there for 3 Bulls to put it away on the Phoenix.
Be our F2 board. They get the first one. Trying to compose to get the second one. Doesn't get it done on the board F2.
Austin talking with his teammate there, making sure they know what they want to do here.
Exactly, trying to get their strategies in sync. At the end of the day, it's better for you and your partner to be on the same page, even if it's not what you traditionally throw. I think that's a pretty important part of things. And the
Big
best
triple. Look up.
Wow.
She stays.
And I think that she's just
Leave
purely
Austin
trying to
to
play a
it.
support role.
Yep.
And I don't think that's a bad strategy at all.
Oh, interesting stuff as City gets back in the mix here. They have the lead now, 320 to 305.
One bull or 115 is all they need on the other board.
And 3 bowls up 1-0 as they get the job done on board F2.
Yeah, so Braswell.
Get it down.
Braswell's going to have to dig deep on these 17s here because he really wants to take a shot at these 18s. He's looking. And he's finding there. Big Maloney double on that last start.
Now he's rope-a-doping in the background, acting like Muhammad Ali. Austin Braswell, everyone. There might be a highlight reel coming from that.
Yeah, you should see him on Fremont.
Well, when Mama said you can dance, but you can't.
That's just like the comment in chat there that made me giggle. Thank you, Harry, for that one. Let's see what this team from West Virginia can do. The 16's there. They already have the dash on it. They can really make something happen with it all. Trying to work it in. Does find the trip there. 10-point deficit. What a 7 mark there. They're getting fired up with it. He's still schmoovin'. I do believe Austin's listening to Baby Got Back by Sir Makes a Lot. Oh, that dart was well off for Austin there.
Would like that back.
And one of the shooters that can normally capitalize on those doubles, but you can tell that one was just thrown a little quick. Oh, boy. Here we go. Chris Jones going to try to regain that point lead for Braswell.
Wow.
Oh, needs one more of those. Doesn't get it. Big opening here for City Men.
Unreal. These brackets are
Zooming,
dude. I mean, looking at level 5, they're in their 4th place match. Level 6, 4th place match. Everyone's in that 3rd place match other than those two. I mean, kudos, National Dart Association, for the way they've ran these brackets this weekend. They have just been killing it. Big shot from City. Big shot again.
Oh, and he doesn't get the last one, so that's still a big shot there, and you got to expect that City Men have the momentum now. Braswell's going to have to find all 3 in that triple segment. One more, at least.
Even that's not going to put him out in front, but it's a good shot.
It helps for the bull battle section, but you're right. It does not put him out in front, and it still gives Cityman control. Oh, but this might be a door opener. It is a door opener there. 21-point difference. Chris Jones going to play that support role. I do think if she gets to this trip here, she should take a look just given the scenario of where it's at. The support role makes sense in the earlier point battles, but when you get to the end, sometimes you got to take the shot, and she can hit it. Gonna have to work her way in, though. She needs to get the point lead first. Both of those are in not good positions. Austin's calling for the move. But it does not go. Opportunity missed.
Kind of conversing, seeing how they want to go about this. We're finding out that Austin Braswell is being publicly shamed on social media now
Yeah, that
for his
is-
dance moves. We're seeing multiple posts, which is quite funny. So now take the moment, if you would, to make a post yourself.
Yeah.
And let him know.
Everyone just make a post on Austin Braswell's timeline about his dancing, please. He's just analyzing the data here before approaching the line. 37-point difference. He's going to need to hit at least 2 bulls before considering any other moves on the 16 here. You might just stay all bulls and leave that for Chris. He's looking. And he finds it. So it's going to be 4-3 on the bulls. I'm just glad we're not talking about my dancing anymore. That's all I'm thinking about right now.
Yeah, and speaking of folks,
No.
Nick's is not. Take Austin, and Austin is like MJ compared to Nick Teixeira. But
Yeah, I don't know what
Michael
Michael Jordan has to do with this.
MJ is Michael Jackson, okay, but whatever. Usher is Austin Braswell is more like Usher, and Nick Teixeira is a kindergartner when it comes to
at
dancing.
the Usher concert.
Yeah, it's just that's how brutal his skills are. I mean, Virginia Higgins straight up said, "Stop it.
She did tell me to
Go
stop.
ask Will how to dance on rhythm or on beat. Like that is terrible."
Guys, I just want to say I really do love working with Will Stewart. It is such a pleasure. A city
Right.
man,
Nick,
go 1-1
he
here.
said Nick. He pointed to it. He pointed to it. All right, I'll be right back, folks. Don't go anywhere.
Where are you going?
Well, I got to take care of something real quick.
Oh no, I don't like it when Will just. What is he doing? He's up to something. He's up to something right now. Look at this right here. There you go. That's Will Stewart, everybody. Giving some dance lessons back over there. That is some funny stuff. Oh, my goodness. What the heck is going on? So, not Nick, is Nick right now. Love it. Love it. You can see everyone. They're all getting rowdy. They're having fun with it there. Will Stewart causing controversies. Oh, my goodness. Welcome to the live stream.
I had to at least give him a 1, 2, like. But it's not hard. You just gotta.
Yeah. It is hard. I can't do it.
Oh my goodness.
Why do you think Austin and I played League together?
He's listened to some almost like reggae music, I guess.
That's wouldn't be out of brand.
Yep.
Here we go. Moving on to our second set of these doubles games. Of course, if either of these teams win both of them, it's game over.
Yeah, we'll keep it right here for now. We might jump on over.
Nick Witz, which is the gentleman of the jersey that we're seeing wear that Nick is doing. That's so funny. That's so funny that you're here tuning along with us, not or the real Nick. Oh, my goodness. Man, kind of giving himself a hey for getting that close on the last start there.
Nah, I couldn't resist going out there, and those guys enjoyed it. The city boys were laughing too. They were like, "Yeah, he's not very good.
He's not very good.
Not very
Darts
good."
are fine or whatever. Oh, look at this. Off to the races here for the city men. Bam says that you got to show off to the other team. Jones there does find trip 18 on the last there. Good shot from Chris Jones. And there's an interesting dichotomy, right? I mean, with the level 1 in particular, having one player that probably has a significantly higher average than the rest of the mix. I mean, looking specifically at the C&M team, the Three Bulls team here, the rest of the teammates are all in that like 2.5 to 3.5 range. And then Austin Braswell sitting in that like 4+ range. So it's interesting how you like can do the dichotomies of the doubles and when you're playing and who you're playing with.
Yep. Barry's got to find something here, and he does not. So detrimental start for Three Bulls as City Men look to go up 2-1 in quick fashion. And over on the other board, looks like Three Bulls has the advantage over there. So we may be
going the distance.
Who knows? I mean, early stages of that Phoenix board, so
and just
not
remember,
get too fast.
This is the third place match to get into the final. So these teams, even though they're having fun and they both sides get along extremely well, it seems. At the end of the day, it really comes down to the fact that they still want to get that finals appearance and they want to take the trophy home. For City Men, they want to defend the title as well. And getting themselves one bull away from making it a 2-1 advantage for the City Men. So Bam Bam back against the wall here. Just going to try to focus on building some confidence for the team leg if it gets to that point.
Yeah, it looks like City Men should clear this away for the 2-1 lead.
One bull. Not yet. Not yet.
Someone yells, "Quitter! Quitter!"
So Chris Jones firing away. Hey, well, how tall do you think Chris is, by the way?
She's 5'1".
Sure?
She's taller than 5'1".
Yeah, 5'1.5". Here we go.
Nick
City Men getting it up 2-1.
Nick apparently picks on her for her height, so that would be the reason why.
Oh,
well,
and other things. I'd like to mix it up.
3-1 scoreline here. We will go ahead and jump on over to the Phoenix board. So let's go ahead and do that one real quick.
As you see, City Amusement start leaking the chat. So they're saying, let's go City. Rob here. Approaching the board in a situation where they do have the advantage, but they have to be careful not to lose it, as it's definitely within reach. He needs to find at least one more single. And not going to do so.
Yeah,
so City Men can hit a 3 mark here to flip the script.
This is a door opening chance for Robert. Go ahead and walk on through if you hope to get to the finals for his second year in a row.
2 20s and a 19. There's the first 20. And the second, down to the 19s. Yeah, gets the close there.
But Austin is the right guy to come up in this situation. He can hit a 9 and turn the script. I guess he could be an 8 rather than a 9.
The idea is the same, though.
Trip 17. Nope.
Yeah, he's trying to work his way in now. Needs to find a trip. Single's not going to be enough. And a deflection's even worse as he gets kicked right on out of there. The dance moves have taken straight from his heart, and they're gone now. You guys bullied him out of dancing.
Well, I think we all appreciate that one, to be honest.
Yeah, we all do. Oh, not Nick. Grabs an 18 there. He stays up there for 2 mark. So this will give, as you can see, a team in the background getting a big win there.
Yeah, I love that. I mean, you can see that what it means to these folks. Whether you're in level 6, level 1, Master Division, it doesn't matter. A big win going through a round robin stage is investing 47 other teams is massive.
Oh, look at this from Rob, finding the first trip on the 17s.
Needs another. Gets another.
Oh.
Take your shot. He's going to stay. He's thinking
he's
about it. He
not.
thought
Yeah,
about it.
he
He
psyched himself out on
He was
it.
back and forth, and I think, he couldn't really decide where he wanted to go there.
It's hard, right? Because you have to have the game plan before approaching the line, so that way you don't have to break your own rhythm. But we also know, like, sometimes the emotions of hitting the first 2 darts, you have to kind of calm them down and try to quell the nerves. Instead, he took a shot downstairs. I think that was the wrong time to do so, as this could potentially hurt. If Austin finds a first dart triple, and he's one of those players, when his partner starts doing well, it really brings the best out of him. Oh, no. But maybe not this time. Yeah, just a 2 mark there. His last visits, I believe, is 1 mark, 2 mark, 2 mark. So he's definitely struggling a lot at the moment.
City trying to X out those 17s. Does so. Back to points. You have to go back to points.
Absolutely agree here. Yeah, good shot there for not Nick. A very solid round. Needs to get a number. Does find a number there. Rob's playing pretty well in this leg. You can see some other Florida people in the background there. Some West Virginian and Ohio people in the background on the other side as well. There's a pretty big audience around this area right now. Robert here. Rogers trying to defend the 18s. And takes a look at the last. I don't know if I would take a look at the last there. I think they just want to get this done 3-1. You want to probably play a little bit more conservative. But Brazo's going to try to be on the attack here. 59-point difference. Trippier will get the point lead. And he's going to be stuck down there.
Yeah, he's going to be stuck on the triple and finds it with the last, but I don't know. City men going at the 18s here.
They just have a lot of momentum going on, all things considered. I mean, the 3-0 win going into this one, I mean, you expect them to just kind of duke it out pretty hard. Going at the 18th, trying to get that point lead back.
That's difficult.
Yeah,
because even a single is not going to put you out in front. They're already conversing there for 3 bulls. Good
what a
last.
dart.
Good last.
That's such a hard spot to put it in. Wow. You can see Rob kind of like reacting there because he really wanted to go up there and have 2 clean darts at 18. Going to be relegated to sit in the 16 until he finds at least 1 trip. Does find 1 trip. Oh my goodness. You can see Austin in the background. He's celebrating like crazy right now. Look at that there. Big 7 mark there for the 3 Bulls team. Rob should be proud right now. He's fired up.
He's going to have to find at least a triple 18 here. difficult working your dart around that flight.
Absolutely going to be an awkward spot.
Gets it. How do they do it?
I don't know how
How
they
do
keep
they
doing
do
that.
it?
That is impressive. That is so impressive.
Back to back. How? Just how? From not Nick and Robert.
I'm glad that that's what we've decided is happening now. Does grab the close, though. Braswell knows this is a big one. Going to try to trip the 16 to get the point lead back. You could go for the 15, but it's a high risk, and I don't expect him to take it.
He could.
Okay, he does go to
Stays.
the 16 there, and that's a big hit. You can see he knows it's a big hit. And they're having a lot. These teams are getting along very, very
Yes.
well. So
Oh, yeah, definitely.
apparently they play each other. Not Nick said, I played Austin like the last 4 years in a row here. So they're just kind of used to it at this point. They like seeing each other. It's like a family reunion. City men trying to work it in. That's a good spot for the first start. Oh, needs to put it between the uprights. We're seeing some Let's Go Cities, Let's Go C&Ms. Needs to at least get this closed. Wants a trip. And right on the wire there again, a great dart. Rob here. 55-point lead. Just needs to close on the 15s, but has to be tactful in this. You don't want to accidentally leave it open and leave them a big shot. I would consider bailing out after that first dart.
Yeah.
At least try to trip the 16 on the second. That's a good switch.
Yep.
Now but it is an awkward position. You have to move even further over.
But I agree with it. I think that it's the right move to make. You lose this leg, you're done. I mean, you have to win this leg. So do what you got to. Put the points on.
Absolutely. And now the City men need a 5 mark, so they need trip to be able to take a shot at the 16s with the point lead. That wasn't the case until the last single 16 was hit. And just a second there for Robert. Braswell grabs the 15 on the first start onto the Bulls.
We're set for a decider, Nick. We're
Yeah,
set
we
for a
are.
decider. Oh.
He said you pushed it, you dummy.
I had to give him a yeah.
Yeah. But it's still a big shot here. Not Nick kind of knows the direness of the situation. He's still going to hope to leave his partner a game shot here on the off chance that Rob doesn't take it out. His last start. Staying on the Bulls. No, he does take the switch. I don't think the switch there particularly helps, but with Rob, if he doesn't find a bull, might bail out into there. Maybe he's trying to prevent that.
Needs 2 for the 2-2 tie.
Yeah, you can see Rob decided to just take the bailout.
Yep.
And then finds the double on the last start. He switches back. Now 2-2. We're going to last leg decider, folks.
We definitely are. I hope you all are ready.
I know I am.
Let's see where we go. Will it be word F2 or F1? That's the question.
Yeah. Debating on what they want to do. I think Austin's checking, and I think they just said board F1 there. Yeah, they're just double checking. Braswell's going in there and saying, guys, seriously, I don't always dance like that.
Yes, you do. Don't lie. Looks like you're playing on 2.
Oh.
Nope, back to
Yeah,
1.
back to 1, back to 1.
Nope, back to 2. What is going on?
They're having a laugh. And you can see they're hugging it out there. And then Will goes out there and says F200, and then they yell at him, "Get back in your hole." That's funny.
No, that's good. That's good. I figured why not.
Well, here's why not. I'm just kidding. I don't really have a good reason.
We'll go ahead and get the diddle going.
Oh, and I believe Austin got it by 1.
So just a reminder, it is a 2-2 scoreline now, so let me go ahead and adjust that from our change.
And here we go. So 3 bulls and a heifer going up against the City Men from West Virginia. Let's see how this one goes, man. I mean, it really just comes down to which team is firing on all cylinders, and they both have shown signs of life. Who will make it to that final spot to play the team from Spain?
Yeah, Team Tower, who's been very impressive so far.
Kind of towering over the competition. Silence was deafening on that one.
Yeah, because it wasn't good, Nick.
That one was fine.
No, it wasn't.
Guys.
After 162 of those this weekend, still doesn't hit.
Well, they aren't just tower-related puns. Some of them are mixed up about different things. Both teams starting off with a 4 mark here. Christian says, "Come on!" And in the background there is Bam Bam is walking up to the line. Trying to bam wham, thank you ma'am, for this one. Working his way in. Awkward position. Yeah, it grabs a 2 there. You can see a little wave to the camera there from Bam.
He says, "Hi, Mom."
Oh, Frankie only gets a 2 mark there as well, so follows in suit. Rob going to try to break the pace here. He played really well in that last leg to get them to this point, as there was a chance there that things were going to kind of get out of hand and be over already. Oh my goodness, look at this.
Takes that shot. How about another?
Going to the 16 and last, I think he was just going for any open bed there. Felt the transition, finding a big 7.
Jed Neal saying, did they switch boards? They're playing on 2 boards, so they play in part of their match on F1 and part of their match on F2, and then they come together for that team side. So
Exactly. So this is one of the 2 boards that they could have chosen from.
Yep, exactly.
So it's just the format that they've been doing this year.
Speeds things up a little bit on the last day, essentially, rather than playing it all out on one and waiting extra time.
Exactly. It makes 2 legs happen at a time rather than 1. So.
Yeah.
Which
great.
is why the brackets are kind of going by blazing fast today, huh?
They really are.
Like all levels, not just this one. Like every single level
And
is pretty much in its final stages.
We thought we would be able to cover at least some of those other divisions, but in
All the finals
honesty,
might happen at the same time.
They're looking like that's going to happen. So,
And we'll see how the timing works of everything.
yeah, I mean, everybody's in the same position here.
Yeah.
So,
Pretty much everyone's in the 3rd place match or about to get into the final right now. So you love to see a well-run tournament, though, huh?
yeah, big shot there. 5 mark on the board. Gives them the 5-point advantage.
Oh, Braswell needs to find some more. Awkward position. He's looking down at the 16s now. No, he went over to the 17, saving that mark for later.
Trying to give some encouragement to their teammates here. It all comes down to this, Nick. It all comes down to this.
It's funny how that happens. You fight for days to get to this position. And it can come down to a few darts one way or the other. As City gets a big one on there. What a last start on the 20. Pushing Bam to try to open up either the 17s, 16s, or 15s. 39-point difference. And I honestly think that they probably should have taken advantage of the mark they had on the 16 there to maximize the points scored, but does find a big close on those 17s there, so still a good job there from Bam.
City's
my.
hammering down.
Yeah, big shot for them. The City men are playing particularly well and really coming alive together at the same time. Oh, no.
Some wrong darts at the wrong time here for 3 bulls.
Yeah, just that's unfortunate timing, all things considered. Especially in a game where they were neck and neck and one team just goes on a breakaway and you can't stop them going down the court.
Going down the court. Wrong game, but okay.
On a breakaway?
I guess, yeah.
That's exactly where a breakaway is from. It's
I guess,
basketball.
Whatever. Basketball. No.
Basketball.
That's a TV. That's a movie. Okay.
TV movie.
You've never even seen it, so calm
No,
down.
it's on my list.
Instant classic, by the way. You know who made that?
People from South Park, right? Trey and
Yep.
Matt?
Yep.
I know that because you've asked me 3 different times if
Okay.
I know who made that.
Well, oopsies. City says you should see Frankie's dance moves.
Oh, boy. We might see some dance moves here in a second if this keeps going this way. It looks heavily favored now for the City men, and the friends from Florida not looking like they're going to be getting to the finals at this rate. Big last out there from Chris Jones, but it might just be too little too late.
I think so. I think so. City is putting the foot on the gas pedal here, trying to make their second final in a row, being last year and this year here in this team cricket event.
Absolutely. Can't give himself a little jump there. You hear a couple come on Austins in the background there, knowing that this is basically going to be their last big scoring round before going into the Bulls. So he needs to maximize every point he can get out of this. Anything less than 9 mark is not enough here. Yeah, and you can see the frustration of it.
It's not enough. Just not enough.
Yeah, and Austin knows it. You can see the demeanor changed a little bit there. I think that's not as much to do with Will's dance coaching that really destroyed his spirit, but his dance at the moment.
Kylie should take the chance to close out the 15. Just one needed. Back to points, or go ahead and go for the bull.
We'll say when you're the big man on the team, as far as average, you take a lot of stuff personally when things aren't going well, whether it's just because of your own game or whatever it may be. You kind of put the onus on your own shoulders sometimes. It's hard. It's a hard position to be in.
Yep. Bam says, wow, that was close.
In his, monotone demeanor, too.
Yep.
Oh, man.
Frankie coming up here with 3 for the win. 1. Dose.
No trace.
No trace.
No trace.
I was hoping you'd go German on that one. But
9 trace. Sorry, that's all I got.
that's definitely not it.
It's halfway there. Yeah, Rob here just going to try to take it's the last round here. And again, you're taking the time. You're not just going to check them up there just because it seems over. You never know what's going to happen. But even then, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, all right, well, this one might just be about it. As not Nick, the man that started the controversy with myself by just wearing the wrong shirt, coming up here to try to take it away and move on to the final. 1 bull One bullet is not Nick Witt. Oh, you can see he points to the camera and highlights.
He's been doing it most of the match.
I love
That's
it.
great.
I love it, dude. Oh, that's so good. So Team Tower from España going up against the team from West Virginia in the City Men. I'm excited to see how the level 1 will conclude here, Will.
I am too, folks. You don't want to miss this. Your maybe the last match of our coverage here for NDA Team Dart 2024. We'll have to see how that ends up, but most of our teams are at the same point in the bracket. So we'll hang tight. We'll be right back. Sydney Men taking on Tower in your level 1 final next. talk about wasting no dang time.
Right?
These guys,
Whoa!
we grabbed a water and came back and said, oh, my. Sorry, everybody.
Yeah, here we go in the mix for this one. So it's going to be Team Tower, the team from España that we've seen earlier win in the King Seat match, going up against the City Boys from West Virginia. Excited to see how this one plays out here. Don't worry, we only missed about the first round there. So
Yeah, I mean, hey, good on them, though, for getting underway pretty quickly. I mean,
I would never be mad at the team for starting too quick at the end of the day.
Definitely not.
Because the opposite sucks way more.
Truth. We'll put the scoreboard here, and I'll keep an eye on board F2 for the Phoenix board as well, as they are.
Oh, and he's getting fired up over there.
Yeah, they are playing dual action, so on F1 and F2 per what we've seen most of the day.
Dustin, that was Barry Davis.
A.K.A. Bam Bam, right?
Yes, sir. Look at that. I will say, when I was talking with the City men there after that match, they said that they played the Team Tower earlier, and they were 2 marks away from taking it. So they gave them a run. They said they rolled through. They watched Tower roll through everyone else, but they were the only team taking them down to the wire, and they want to do that here.
We'll see if they can do just that. Got a little run here on the loser side, so
Absolutely. You see the big, deep breath there, trying to get himself set before going into this turn, knowing that this could be an important one. Big trip on the 19, over to the 17s here. Finds the 17s. And back to the 19s there for a really good 6 mark. Good stuff from Tower. I like how you can tell which team's doing well in the Phoenix board now by the Vamonosas or Let's Go's.
Yep.
You just judge what language the Let's Go is in and figure it out from there. So it looks like some of our other divisions are starting to reach that finals territory.
Definitely so, and probably get called the finals boards during the middle of this match, potentially.
Yeah.
So
It's kind of looking like how things are shaping up here. Yeah, some are completely going, and some are about to get called right now. So we'll be focusing on completing the full coverage of this one here.
So Tower has put themselves in a 285 to 195 position here, looking to close out the 16s and 15s.
Oh, and there's the 16s. How about the 15s? How about them? How about that one? That one will do. Getting the bull
Big
there.
shots.
Big one indeed. Tower is really looking strong here.
And they're ahead on the other board, too,
Oh,
based
my.
on points. So
Yeah, the other one is a little bit closer as a affair, though. It's 19s versus 16s with a 50-point difference, 51-point difference between the two teams. Oh, and you can see, at this point, I'm just going to stick with Not Nick. I know his real name now, but Not Nick going to be not happy with not hitting there. So Tower here, 2 bulls to get a leg on the board. There's the first. Working his way in. He's not happy with that dart, but does get it there. So Tower, 1 leg closer to a finals win here. The City men going to be feeling the pressure. And it's hard, right? I mean, one of the aspects that we haven't really talked about here in this dynamic is when you're playing side by side like this, is it makes it so much more pressure if you watch your team not win on the other board. And then it makes you feel like you have to win yours. It makes you start pressing a little bit harder because you're getting basically live updates as you're playing.
exactly. And you can take a look here.
Oh,
Fills it
and a
up.
big shot there for the City men, finding a 9 mark.
And you can hear the big roar there.
They are hyped up over there. They slapped their hands so hard, I'm afraid they're going to injure them in the middle of the match. Oh, my goodness.
Big shot. Oops, sorry. Wrong score line there. Yep, on that one.
Oh, and that's a good point lead to regain there. 5 mark there for Tower. But control with Robert and the City Men. Oh, he needs to work his way in from that dart.
Gotta find it. Gotta find it.
Oh, I don't.
Stay or go. He stays.
He stays. Yeah, with 3 points, it's hard. It's a hard shot either way. But if you find the trip there on that last dart, it does make it so they have to hit a 4 or 5 mark. So Tower here. 2 at the 15, 1 at the 16 would be the approach I would take. Gets the point lead back. Does he take the shot? He stays there. It's hard, right? Because if you ask any of the top-level cricket players what they're thinking about, other than like the high ground stuff that we talk about, is what situation, what scenario gets me to go into the Bulls with the lead, and that's all that matters at the end of the day. So if you get the point advantage, if it's just 16s versus 15s and it's a point battle at the very end there, you get the point lead. You should almost always consider at least taking the shot at least once, because if you get 4-3 in the Bulls, it's a huge advantage.
Big shot on the triple.
Is he going to?
They talk about it, and he takes a deep breath. He's taking a shot.
And hugs the wire there, so shot missed on both sides now. This is as close as you can get going into the end of this leg. Robert here. Grabs the trip 16 over to the 15s now. Needs 2 of them. Finds the double.
Great shots.
Oh, and a big let's go there for everybody. Oh, my goodness. It looks like we're heading to be in a 1-1 scenario here with a 40-point difference.
It's getting loud in this area, let me tell you.
Absolutely.
Albert steps in. Closes it immediately.
Nothing wrong with that shot, but only if you can back it up with a couple bulls. You have to get at least 2 bulls on here, you'd have to think.
That's a difficult dart. Gets
That's
a double with the
huge.
last.
To make it 3-3 on the bulls. So the first team to hit 3 bulls will get the leg here. That's a must-hit dart, if you ask me. You don't want to leave 5 bulls for yourself. It's
No.
a hard shot and easy to deflect from.
Even 4 bowls can be very difficult. Frankie, though, stepping in for 3 bowls.
Oh, that first one's well high.
Difficult first. Yep.
He has to settle in, though. You need to try to support your partner. Gets him a bull on the board. But frankly, that's not going to be enough.
We'll see what he can do here. Antonio, 3 for the leg win and a 2-0 lead.
Nope. Oh, nope, not going to happen the other way either.
Wow.
Now it's 2-2 on the Bulls here with Robert with the chance.
That pressure will do some crazy things, as we mentioned already. Especially when it comes down to a title opportunity.
And getting across the finish line is always the hardest part. Oh, and he threw that up. He's going to have to find the double here. He needs to make sure it takes his time to find the right angle on this dart to get around those flights, and those are in awkward positions too.
Yeah, you can see that's fully covering our shot of it, so I bet you it's hanging down on his by a little bit, and nothing goes his way.
You have to feel for the city man at the moment.
For the win. A little choppy. Follow through here. 1.
And he goes low. Another opportunity handed back over.
Jeez Louise. This is
nerves.
It's
nerves.
nerves. 100% nerves.
Frankie now. There's no more time to mess around with this one. You have to cross the finish line. There's 1. He takes a step off. You have it.
I think, yeah, you just follow that through, but
yeah, it's going to be tough.
Puts a little bit more pressure on him by stepping back.
Yeah, I agree with you fully here, Will. Needs to make it sure that this dart's true. And it goes to the right there.
I think he should have just, after getting that first, just chucked that second one right behind it.
Ay, Dios mío.
Nick. Stop it.
There we go. Tower now has a 2-0 lead. And
Wow.
that's one of those moments for the City Men where it's going to be hard to bounce back from. But you can see Not Nick going up there and just trying to say, hey, let's regroup, let's focus. You got to make sure to control the adrenaline as much as you can.
And that was given. I mean, both teams had full shots at that one to make it go either way, and Team Tower pulls it out.
Yeah, so again, it's going to be that 2 on one board, 2 on the other split here. But if Tower wins either one of those games, they are your champions. They put themselves in great position. And having the split like that makes it feel a little less pressure than a normal match point would feel, I feel like. Because you're like, oh, well, they're going on. It kind of gives you that sense of confidence.
I think we're going to go ahead and go to board 1 here. These guys are underway here. And you can see, wasting no time at all.
None.
Getting underway.
They're getting right into the mix for this one.
Barely enough time for us to switch on over.
Well, you know Team Tower is going to be eager to kind of continue pressing on here. And a huge trip on that last start there to follow the 4 mark from the City Men. Oh, man, everybody kind of watching this match intently at the moment. And that last one getting away from him there. Oh, my. We'll see what Tower's able to do.
Couple of those for sure. Good shots. Closes the door on the 19s.
Yeah, so Tower now going to have to try to grab some open territory here on the 18s or 17s. Looking like the 18s. Great first start on that, too. There's plenty of room to work with that. Oh, and that's a well-thrown dart. Just unlucky. Finding 4. Getting it back within 26 points. Oh, but the City Men.
Big
find a
shots.
Big one, yeah.
Big shots for City as they take the advantage here. Now, reminder, this is all determined on the other board, too, because they're going at it on F2. And right now, Tower has the advantage on the 20s as they lead 80-55 over City, who does not have a house to work with. So we may jump on over there pending how this one goes. We will see.
Yeah, trying to figure out which part of the storyline's the best. And you can see a little bit of a let off here from the City Men. Not able to get these 17s. Goes back up and hits a big old bagel. So the Tower really wants to take advantage of that. Seventeens are closed. How many points will be found? Trying to work his way into the trip. He's in the right neighborhood, but just knocking on the wrong door.
Well, pending what happens here for Tower, we'll probably jump on over just because that other match is a little bit closer so far than this one.
Yeah, they're both being hard-fought battles right now, but we'll see. Tower's trying to regain control of this one. They're not completely out of the reach, but they just haven't found that big turn yet, so.
We'll go ahead and do that now. We'll take a gander.
Love me some gandering, you know.
at the other board.
Big old gander guy.
As you can see, we'll jump there across your screen.
So again, this is the other side of the fair. If Tower wins on either one of these boards, it is over. City needs to win both of these to bring it to a last league decider. They're going to be looking for 2 17s on this turn.
Closes the door. Big shot with the last.
Yeah, and now Robert knows that he has to respond. If he doesn't respond here, it can get out of sorts so quick. They already have a mark on the 15 there, so that does make the pointing attempt a little bit easier. Needs to close a number. He knows it. Yeah, one mark there, so only getting the X on the 15s. Trying to attack those 15s. Big single on this last dart. Stays on for the trip, but finds a single there. That's a good dart. Big, deeper breath here. This round at the 16s has to be one for the count here. Nick had to stay, not Nick, had to step way over. Does find the trip on the last dart there. Good job finding the angle. But 90-point difference. 3/16 away from having a huge advantage going into the Bulls. Yeah, 16s are gone. Going on to the Bulls here. And this is 3 Bulls away from Tower taking your title.
Tower's making it interesting on the other board, too, now. It's kind of whittled its way back on over, but this is all that matters right here. A win is a win.
It doesn't matter which leg it is as long as Tower gets one.
And they are crowned your level 1 champions here for Team Cricket.
Double bull there for Robert. Not going quietly into the night. He still finds a room to fight. Here we go. Team Tower. Trying to work his way in. They need to settle in. There's the double. Single bull.
Oh, that would have been for the win.
Not quite yet. One missed match dart. Team from West Virginia just kind of having a laugh about it. Kind of accepting the position here. Gonna still attack these Bulls. Needs double-double to try to add a dart. And won't be able to do so. Throwing from another zip code here.
And how about this? In the background, you can see one of the Masters players from Bespita. Bespita.
Yeah.
They are back there cheering these guys on
Love to see it.
for the win.
Not quite yet.
The pressure, the pressure. Oh, the pressure. Of being that one that lays in the game-winning dart.
Oh, look at this. You need to find a couple more. Yeah, you needed a minimum of 4, but realistically you needed 5 or 6 to try to put some heat on it. That's still a good last dart there. Puts a little bit more pressure on the off chance that this misses. But you have to imagine that Tower will get this done here. There we go. You can see they get it done over there. The team that stands over all, the towering team of Tower from Spain.
And you can see the other player on that board really wasn't even concentrating on his match.
They all
knew
started
what was
just watching.
happening. Yeah, great stuff, folks. Team Tower takes the level 1 win here for Team Cricket.
Good stuff there.
Impressive. Let's go ahead and take a peek here just at some of the finals. We've been looking in the background, and it is some unfortunate news, I think. Let's go ahead and take a look. It looks like our finals for level 1, that is there. Whoopsies, wrong button.
Good job, Will. Oh, look at that.
Look at that big one. Look at that big hug. Look at that big hug. And we're going to hop on over to board 1, 2. There we go. Player 1. Great stuff for them. Congrats to Team Tower, who put it away for the win. They are crowned your champions. We'll get some photos, and yeah, there's one of the members from Buspita who's joining them. We'll go ahead and jump on over here, get a picture with the team, and you can see Nick's head get in the way here. Alrighty, for level 2 finals, it looks like Dart Wizards are taking on the Cream Team. That's a Florida versus Illinois matchup. They are in your finals right now. Team Cricket level 3 SOBs of Manitoba taking on Zen Darts of Wyoming in the finals there. Team Cricket 4, that is finished. Your Mathis Madness is your champions of Alaska. They beat DC's 1 hole away from Michigan. And then level 5 cricket finals is going on right now, and that is Standcraft Darts versus Projectile Dysfunction. Standcraft is Idaho. Projectile is Idaho as well. So an all Idaho final in level 5. For level 6, it looks like they are just now getting called to their finals in just a moment's time. So unfortunately, that's probably going to do it for us for our coverage of NDA Team Dart 2024. It was a great Team Dart. There's no denying that one. We definitely appreciated all you folks joining us for our coverage here. 6 days of grueling action from NDA Team Dart here in Las Vegas, and boy, can that be a difficult one. Let me tell you what. I think I got here Wednesday afternoon, leaving tomorrow around noon is when I'll be heading home. I know that Nick leaves a lot earlier than that, so we'll be tearing down and making sure that we can get set up for the next event. Our next event will be Whammo in mid-May. I think that's May 17th through the 20th, or 21st, if I recall. So that'll be our next streamed event, folks. I hope you join us for that one. But in the meantime, what we'll be going ahead and doing is releasing some content, whether it be from NDA Team Dart here, some matches, and then we have some post-match clips from other tournaments that we will be throwing out there. We did create some other content as well that hasn't been seen by anybody, so we'll put that out as soon as we can. But, Nick, what do you say?
Just want to say thank you, of course, to NDA and to you guys as well at USA Darts for bringing me out once again to be out here with you guys for my second year of doing commentary. It's always such a cool experience. We get to see so many different types of high-level quality games and a good range of different players. It means a lot to me. I know it means a lot to them to be able to play on the feed, and it's always a pleasure to be showing them and showing everybody along at home how fun it is here in Vegas.
Yeah, definitely so. And if you haven't marked down your calendars, April 10th through the 16th, Westgate Resort and Casino, next year's NDA Team Dart. That's when it will take place. Plan on being here to enjoy the action live in person, so you don't get stuck at home and say, "Oh man, I wish I was there for another year in a row." So
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, guys, thank you again for tuning in with us. I know some of you guys have been in the chat almost as long as we've been streaming every single day,
Yeah.
so I know you guys are probably tired too. We've tired of hearing us.
We've had a lot of people that have been everydayers joining us and commenting in there. Hey, you guys are taking away my my whole life pretty much. So.
Well, and when we're streaming, we don't always read out every single comment out loud, but just know we do read every comment. We do appreciate all the kind words and support as always, and we're excited to be seeing you guys in the next one.
Yes, definitely. So take care, everybody. We'll see you for Whammo 2024 here soon in May. Take care. William Stewart, Nick Teixeira. We'll see you for the next one.
Hasta luego.